The road to Red Bull Wololo Legacy is a long one, and we're on that journey. And today we've got a quarterfinals matchup between Kasva and Knuschelbär. I've got a feeling in my bones that this is going to be a fantastic set. And we've got Kasva playing in the south corner of the map in blue as the Rus civilization. Just look at how many sheep he's just brought back, it's absolutely fantastic. On the east corner of the map we have got a Knuschelbär playing in red as the Holy Roman Empire. Can't say the same for him in terms of number of sheep, but maybe he just hasn't had a drop off yet for his scout. Should be an interesting matchup. The map is Frisian Marshes, and it's a community-generated map. It's been doing fantastic, bringing about fantastic games so far on the Road to Red Bull Wololo Legacy Tournament hosted by egctv. And this is an avenue that some of these players can have to book their ticket to Castle Heidelberg to the Red Bull Wololo Legacy main event in Germany. Kasva is certainly going to be one of the players looking to get there, and we have Knuschelbär, who's kind of been thereabouts in terms of skill level, but has not actually really peaked at this level before, I don't believe. And so it's exciting to see a player like him, a new player, coming into the fold and looking to now contest for a position in the Road to Red Bull Wololo Legacy semi-finals. But to get there, he'll need to get through Kasva first, who's now putting pressure on the gold. As you know, the Rus often usually get extra scouts. We do have a couple of scouts here for Knuschelbär. There's his sheep coming in. Actually quite a nice number of sheep for Knuschelbär, all things considered. 3 scouts there, harassing villagers on gold, looking to maybe take a villager pick, but we shall see. I mean, probably going to be microing this back, Knuschelbär, I suspect. Although that villager looks like she's kind of trapped there. I think she might go down. This could be... No, she pulls it back. Knuschelbär, the villager comes back, and Knuschelbär going for an Archon Chapel there, going for the the gold, the wood, and the sheep if they brings them to the other corner of the town center. Let's just take a look at how good that positioning actually is. The scout's still harassing villagers there, and Knuschelbär's scout goes down, which is kind of a bit rough for him. Okay, yeah, actually it's not really on top of the gold, so that's a bit of a disappointing position for him. I mean, it could have been going to this wood line and perhaps doing it down the south, would have had the berries and the stone, but unfortunately the gold mine's a little bit out of there, I'm afraid. In any case, it will eventually get the sheep as long as he moves it to the north corner of the town centre, and there would. On the other side of the map, I suspect it would be the Golden Gate, yep, as you commonly see for the Rus civilization, Golden Gate being produced. Fantastic landmark, offers a lot of flexibility in how you can rebalance your economy. And let's take a little bit more of that. So basically, it allows an exchange of resources at a favourable rate, and so, you know, it's a little bit less, I guess... It's more efficient than using a normal market, let's put it that way. Okay, still a lot of sheep here on the field for Kasva to chew through, and talking about in terms of food, there is lots of other food resources on the map, so not having a lot of sheep is not necessarily a problem if you can expand out onto the map. As you can see, there's lots of shorefish on this map, and often we see with certain players, they go for a 2-town centre, putting it in between shorefishes, which has quite a nice touch. Holy smokes, that would be an incredible slot for a town centre there. 3 shorefish ponds there to be taken, as well as the woodline. A new age begins now for Knuschelbär, looking to use the emergency repairs on the gold mine, looking to put an outpost as well, but the scouts are still there for Kasva, looking to do some damage. But I suspect the outpost will go up, it's just a matter of time, and Kasva now does go to the next stage. Sending villagers forward, I think he may be going for... I'm not entirely sure, but something interesting, maybe looking to go towards the boar? That's the only thing I can think of. He's sending 9 villagers. Usually you'd only send 8 villagers for the boar. We shall see what he decides to do about this one. I'm not entirely sure. Got 4 scouts on the field still. And yeah, I mean, this is interesting. We need to keep an eye on this. I think we should actually keep an eye on this. I'm intrigued. I'm interested to know where he's going to with these villagers. It looks like the boar, but maybe looking to get a town centre. It does have 150 gold. I think it's a town centre, guys. I think it's actually a town centre. I don't know if he's got a bit early though, because well, he will be able to use the next ticket on the Golden Gate, but he's lacking the wood quite severely for that second town centre. Those villagers, where did they go? I lost them. Damn it, I lost them. Oh, they're going for an outpost rush. Okay, this is quite a nice touch for the Rus. I've seen it often quite happening. I mean, the Rus, I like the outpost rush because, or the wooden fortress rush really, because it's really tanky as a building. As you can see, the villagers there for Knuschelbär looking to try and prevent this, but with some good micro here, Kasva should be able to save the villagers. The outpost, the fortress will go up, and this offers a lot of protection. The thing about the wooden fortress is that it is more expensive than other civilizations' outposts. But what's fantastic about it, it's a lot tankier. It's got 2,000 health points, as you can see. whereas the normal outpost only has 1,000, so it's literally double. And getting arrow slits and this particular upgrade as well, the castle turret, which increases the damage of arrows fired from this wooden fortress by 2, is incredibly strong. A second wooden fortress looking to be going up. Spearmen are on the field for Knuschelbär. But again, Kasva's done fantastically well to micro this, and he gets another wooden fortress on the gold. So Knuschelbär is actually in a little bit of trouble here, because we've discussed this about this map before, about the kind of exposure that the gold often has. And it's not just this gold that's been taken out, it's all the map control that's been gathered here as well. He hasn't actually completed the hunting cabin. Kasva, no! It looks like he's actually going to be putting another wooden fortress first instead, but it's a bit rough not to get this hunting cabin out, because this hunting cabin could be generating gold passively for Kasva. Instead he goes for the aggressive outpost, which is not necessarily a bad shout. But there are spearmen here to try and defend, but again another third wooden fortress will be going up. The fantastic thing about the Rus is that they get a lot of wood income, especially when they get things like wheelbarrow, and also a wooden fortress when it's placed in a lumber camp or area. The lumber camps and town centres within the influence return 20% more wood, so that's more wood that it can pump out into more wooden fortresses. Oh, he actually deletes the the hunting cabin. So let's put it there for a bit more protection and more trees, actually, to be fair. But the gold income will be even higher with that. More villagers, 4 villagers going there again, maybe dropping another wooden fortress. That would be kind of crazy there, given the map control. So the problem for the Holy Roman Empire today, played by Knuschelbär, is that he's going to have to deal with this. He's going to have to stop this wooden fortress that's coming up constantly like this, because he's just going to be pushed off the wood. He does have a safe back wood line, but he's going to need to tech into a siege engineering for rams or a heck of a lot of stable units to siege all of this down. But what we do know for sure is that Knuschelbär is going to struggle, because he doesn't really have a safe access to gold, and so any gold he can take will need to be coming from trading with the market. And it looks like Knuschelbär is under a lot of pressure here, because even this primary gold is not really in a position to take. Can't even afford a lumber camp here. This is really problematic for Knuschelbär. The wooden fortress rush doing fantastic work for Kasva here. This game looks pretty sticky, guys. It's really heating up here. First game of the set, and we have a craziness going on already. There is a couple of man-at-arms on the field. I was wondering where he got the gold for that, but I guess he had some in the stocks, but not much left. And sending a couple of man-at-arms forward, looking to maybe disrupt Kasva's economy, but I wonder where that man-at-arms is actually going to go and do, because there's nothing out here for Kasva to be taken. Nothing at all. Villagers here going to build a wooden fortress on this shoreline as well, so that's probably where the man-at-arms went to, actually, to try and deny these villagers. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do it. Might get one villager killed. One villager does go down, so that's actually decent value already. This man-at-arms will go down, as you can see. Oh, actually, might not. Might be able to get out of the way. Man-at-arms are pretty tanky. But if there can be another arrow fire, which there isn't, 3 HP left on that man-at-arms. Okay, 6 villagers remain, looking to gather the food. Actually, they're going to go forward again, maybe for another wooden fortress. Who knows? Okay, horsemen, man-at-arms, and villagers being sent. The cream of the villagers being sent by Knuschelbär, looking to try and take out these wooden fortresses. Kasva does garrison in, and this does have arrow slits. But this probably will go down, but not without losses for Knuschelbär. As you can see, villagers going down already. This is going to be a costly one. Without having siege engineering for rounds, this is going to be particularly costly. But he will get it down. He'll lose another horseman most likely, maybe a villager after that. But Kasva will be quite happy with this trade-off, to be totally honest. A couple of archers now coming forward for Kasva, looking to reinforce his wooden fortresses, a spearman as well. He's going to lose an archer there for free, maybe another one as well. The horseman looking to target them. And Kasva needs to kind of regroup after this. Now the gold has been released for Knuschelbär partially. There is a wooden fortress there. That's looking to be sieged down by Knuschelbär now. Now the good thing about what Kasva's done, he's put multiple wooden fortresses, all of which have arrow slits. So sure, Knuschelbär might take this down, but he's going to lose lots of units to do it. It could be a relatively effective thing to do for Knuschelbär, because he does need his resources back. So Kasva's wooden fortress rush has done a lot of work, and if he had some villagers there, he could actually repair, but he's not looking to do that. He does have villagers there, but he's not sending them forward. He's going to be prepared to lose this one, but he does have still 2 more. And as you can see, the thing is that man-at-arms are taking a lot of the damage, and so are the spearmen, so they're doing relatively well to get those down. But behind this, Kasva is building up a large, massive army here with the archer range and barracks, double archer range, double barracks. It is now going to gold for the first time in the game, bearing in mind that Rus get the gold income for free, effectively, passively through hunting cabins, and so that can be really effective. As you can see, not too much though, only 33 gold per minute. He is now transitioning to get villages on gold. He's going to have to garrison the scouts in the wooden fortress, which he does. And again, these wooden fortresses in such nice positions has delayed Knuschelbär's uptime quite a lot actually. The thing about the Holy Roman Empire is they have a very, very fast castle age uptime that they can achieve, and that Kasva's done quite well to delay that for as long as he can. And I wonder if Kasva's going to go for a full feudal aggression behind this. And this could be an interesting way to play the game, for sure. Okay, that wooden fortress does go down now. Knuschelbär has got pretty much his base back now, and they'll be looking to expand here on the left with the barriers, but Kasva looking to pressure this area, not letting Knuschelbär take this area for free. And Horseman looking to actually do some damage now, picking off the stray archers there for Kasva. 35 villages for Kasva, 27 for Knuschelbär. The Kasva has done some good work here with the raiding and setting Knuschelbär behind, but the problem for Kasva might be that Knuschelbär is going to get up to the castle age now with the Regnitz Cathedral, looking to get hold of some relics from the field, which will be incredibly strong in the gold income that it gets. Knuschelbär actually decides to place that Regnitz Cathedral a little bit further back, which is kind of understandable considering how aggressive Kasva is being right now. And getting up to the castle age will unlock a wealth of opportunity for Knuschelbär to push this aggression back with just general kind of tech advantages, to be able to afford the man-at-arms upgrade from early man-at-arms to just normal regular man-at-arms, as well as be able to get some lancers out on the field, some knights on the field, which of course will add a lot of mobility and a lot of strength to the army for Knuschelbär. Kasva looks like he's trying to get another wooden fortress up. It wasn't going to happen. May need to delete this. It does have a couple of villages here too, to be exact. We'll see if those pop out to build the wooden fortress or not. We do see now Kasva doing exactly what we mentioned earlier, going for that kind of heavy feudal aggression, looking to get some rounds out on the field from archers, protected by spearmen. But Castle Age will be on the way very shortly for Knuschelbär. Is almost there actually. And once he does get there, Castle Age units will be able to cause a lot of damage. Let's take a look at Kasva's base. Does he have a blacksmith just yet? He does. And let's see what upgrades he's got. He has got Steeled Arrow, which is a very nice upgrade considering the archers he has. He's getting the Fitted Leatherwork and Blue Marine behind that. Well, he's actually unqueued Blue Marine just now. Kasva circling around to the right with a couple of spearmen, a couple of archers, going north really to assault the woodland. That is a nice place to go to because there is an outpost there now for Knuschelbär, but villagers are going to go down, a lot of them. Villager count now 40 for Kasva, 21 for Knuschelbär. So despite Knuschelbär getting up to the castle age, he doesn't really have much of an economy to produce units. Knuschelbär going for a heck of a lot of stone, perhaps thinking about getting a second town. I mean, that's I don't know. He's on stone maybe because he just needs to do something. We hear a wololo, I'm not entirely sure where that is. It's certain somewhere. Okay, here it was. Trying to convert the two spearmen. The two spearmen and the archer do snipe that monk carrying the relic. And emergency repairs going for the house. The villager's going to go forward for Knuschelbär to try and take down the ram. And this is fantastic idle time that Kasva's causing. Can't be underestimated. I mean, Knuschelbär doesn't really have that many villages as it is, but to have them idle is even worse. 2 knights are on the field. 3 knights are on the field. 3 early knights are on the field for Kasva. So that's certainly a nice addition to his army, knowing that Castle Age units will be attacking him relatively soon. Kasva looks to be in a really strong position in this match, adding 2 stables as you can see as well. Producing quite a lot. He's got quite a nice balanced economy here, as you can see with the villager counts and how they're spread out on the bottom left. Villagers again, mass movement within the village of the Holy Roman Empire. Having access to the gold again? Possibly, but we will need to build another mining camp before he does. It's going to build another outpost. Try and secure the area, but the ram now looking to take down the Regnitz Cathedral, so even if Knuschelbär did get some relics, well, that Regnitz Cathedral will be going down now. There are 2 rams on it, and of course the wood income is incredibly good for Kasva right now. 540 wood per minute, those rounds will be able to be put down by the archers. Archers just died in the town center, doesn't mind losing archers here as long as he kills some villagers, and Knuschelbär looking to be in a lot of trouble here in the first game of this best of 3, and I can only sense that the GG will be coming in relatively soon for Knuschelbär. There it is, Knuschelbär taps out, Kasva takes the first game in this best of 3. Guys, don't go anywhere, game number 2 coming up. What a set we have on our hands. Knuschelbär taking a loss in the first game against Kasva. We shall see if he can pull one back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 between Kasva and Knuschelbär for this best of 3. The map is Highview, and on the west corner of the map, we've got Kasva playing in blue as the Abbasid dynasty. On the southeast corner of the map, we've got Knuschelbär playing in red as the Rus civilization. So it's now Knuschelbär's turn to play as the Rus against the Abbasid. We saw in the last game how Kasva did an outpost rush or a wooden fortress rush with the Rus. It'd be interesting to see if Knuschelbär pays him back for that and does the same sort of thing. Getting the hunting cabin for the second or third scout usually for the Rus. Let's just see if we can how many scouts he may have. It's actually quite difficult to tell on the minimap. We can see a couple of scout here for Kasva looking to get some of the bounty by kind of bringing the wolves back to the town center. Now the thing about the bounty for the Rus civilization, if you're not aware, this is their kind of way to gain an economic advantage. As you can see, tier 1 just got unlocked there for Knuschelbär, where as you keep killing the animals, you get a little bit of bounty, and it all adds up. And at the end of the day, if you get up to 250 gold, or bounty rather, you get tier 2, and 500 obviously unlock tier 3. And as you can see, the villager food harvest rate is increased by each tier, as well as the hunting cabins generating gold quicker over time. Well, just quicker generally. And therefore, over time, you'll get more gold, of course. Berries being picked by Kasva, which is very common with the Abbasid dynasty. Obviously, they have that bonus of being able to increase the amount of berries that are around the bush, and also the gather speed is increased for them. Because, of course, civilizations like the Abbasid dynasty, and the Delhi Sultanate, they can't actually get meat from the boar. So the huntable boar is not accessible to them. Keeping true to the history of the civilizations and the culture and the religions, I guess. Alright, we do see now a relatively standard opening for both players. It'll be interesting to see if the Abbasid dynasty played by Kasva today will be going for a second town center, which is a very commonly done thing, considering the economic advantages that the Abbasid dynasty get with the fresh foodstuffs technology. Looks like wheelbarrow is coming for Knuschelbär, very common for the Rus. The House of Wisdom is now being built by Kasva, looking to get that age up relatively soon once it's built. It feels like he was a little bit delayed to that. Maybe he forgot about it, because he should be able to be clicking up right about now. The House of Wisdom isn't just there yet, so it will be going up now though, so it's not too much of a delay. He clicks up to using the economic ring, which is what we expect, and then I'm sure we'll be going for the fresh foodstuffs technology, which reduces the cost of the villagers by 50%. Alright, now, as is common with the Abbasid dynasty, they do need to collect some wood from the straggler trees, because the House of Wisdom does cost a bit of wood. And, of course, Kasva will need to drop that lumber camp. Probably going to be going for the forward position here, maybe needing to outpost this position if he's under early pressure, because there are the berries there as well. And talking about pressure, that might be coming in on his way very soon, with Knuschelbär going up to the next stage with the Golden Gate. Knuschelbär will be getting to the next stage quicker, I believe. And a couple of sheep and some wolves coming in for Knuschelbär. Let's take a look at his bounty at the moment. Highview is a nice map for the Rus, because there's lots of bounty to be had. Lots of wolves on the map. 340 gold is bounty rather. It's not all that common that they can get the full 500. But there's a potential there. If Knuschelbär does go for the boars, that could unlock quite a bit of bounty, that's for sure. Sheep being brought back, and Knuschelbär heading around with his scout again to see what he can find there. They're hunting in packs of 2, these guys, going through these stealth forests. And another thing about the Highview map is that there's a lot of stealth forests around the map, so vision can be an issue. A new age, a new dawn, a new era is now there for Knuschelbär. And Knuschelbär playing this quite commonly, going for the boar, as Knuschelbär is doing, sending 8 villagers there. We'll be gathering the bounty, and Kasva's looking to kind of scout that out, just to see if that's what's happening. Kasva is going to be going out to Stone now, it seems. We'll be getting that second town centre. Fresh foodstuffs is in the queue. That will be coming in relatively shortly. And as you can see, Kasva knows that this is happening now, so he's going to back off with the scout, I'm sure. We'll need to keep it alive. It'll be a bit sloppy if he loses that scout, actually, because there's only 16 HP there, and there you can see the boar now has been taken. A bit more bounty to add in, 430. You know, Knuschelbär might get to the 500 if he goes to the other boar as well, and kills the sheep that he's got underneath the town centre. Putting wooden fortress there, which is very, very common for that protection. And the nice thing about the 8 villagers is that you need 8 villagers to go around the boar, as that's the maximum you can get hunting. Also, you can garrison 8 in the wooden fortress. Kasva looking to put some pressure with the scout. He's going to need to migrate that back. He's going to lose all the sheep. Kasva, no! Oh, jeez, my man. You just lost a heck of a lot of sheep there. That's really rough, actually. Because it's not so much just losing the sheep for yourself. It's also giving it to your opponent. And Knuschelbär is going to be sitting there feeling very, probably with a big grin on his face right now, because his economy is buzzing. He's caught wheelbarrow. He's going to get the wooden fortress on the wood line as well, which is going to increase the wood return by 20%. He's comfortably taking food at the boar with the hunting camp in there as well as a drop-off point, gathering 26 gold per minute passively. Knuschelbär looks to be in a very strong position with the number of sheep that's coming in as well. So he's going to have food for a long time, and that's going to be able to be used very nicely with the stable units, with being the early night, most likely. I mean, he could go for horsemen as well, but early night's usually on the menu for Rus civilization. And he might be able to redistribute villagers to wood to get some archer ranges for that feudal age aggression that the Rus do so well with. There's the second town centre going up for Kasva, and a nice spot there, getting access to wood and berries. Rushing that up with 10 villagers there. Once that does go up, the economy will be buzzing for Kasva as well. But it will take a bit of time for that economy to pay off. It's not just sort of an immediate return. There is an investment. So that return on the investment will take a bit of time. We shall see if Kasva is able to defend his position for that time. It looks like Knuschelbär is going for an aggressive proxy base where the boar is, going for 2 archery ranges, which is what's commonly done, as you can see. And looks like the feudal aggression is going to be there in the works for Knuschelbär. Arrow slits coming in for Knuschelbär. Alrighty, stable coming down for Kasva, looking to get some horsemen on the field. Probably looking to probably likely that he's anticipating those archers coming in. As you can see, archers are accompanied by the early night, and that's going to be an issue. So Kasva won't be able to just boom away here easily. He does have 2 town centres with the fresh foodstuffs. The fresh foodstuffs is fantastic because he's effectively getting villagers for the 2 for the price of 1. So he does lose a villager there though. And it means now that he'll need to focus on military to defend his position, and if he can do that and stay alive for as long as possible, he will have the villager count, and that will certainly pay back in due course. But looks like it's going to be under quite a bit of pressure because Knuschelbär is sending archers to join the front line from 2 archery ranges, and the stable continuing to produce the early knights. Getting the iron undermesh upgrade as well, Knuschelbär looking to be able to dive the town centre fire a bit better with his knights. Horsemen on the field for Kasva, as well as a couple of villagers looking to join in the action. Okay, Kasva sees the extent of the problem with their early knights and the archers, does back off, and as you said, there's an outpost going there now. We discussed that at the early part of the game, expecting something like that to happen, knowing or anticipating the feudal age pressure from the Rus, which has happened. And sometimes the meta is pretty well established in this game that you can kind of figure out what's going to happen next before it does, but not always the case. Depending on the player style, some players do like to do some wacky new strats. Blacksmith is working hard with Steeled Arrow in research for Knuschelbär. As you can see, the villager count starting to pick up now. 30 for Knuschelbär, 35 for Kasva. Over time, that will pay dividends. As you can see, the mill has been placed to make sure that the berries are being affected with the extra food, and taking advantage as well of the Abbasid dynasty bonus of faster gathering berries. Looking to make the transition to farming a little bit later, but as you see, Knuschelbär really benefiting from the number of sheep that he actually managed to get earlier on in the game. His bounty is up to 465. He could very well get tier 3, which would be fantastic. If he just kills these 2 extra sheep, that's 5 bounty apiece, which would leave 25 bounty less, 25 bounty more to get. And that could be achieved if he manages to get that second ball. I can't see it on the map at the moment, exactly where it might be. But if he gets it, and there's a sheep there as well, and I feel like he could quite comfortably get it. Okay, we do see a hunting cabin going down for Knuschelbär on the front line, looking to gather resources here with the deer, with the villages that are forward. He's getting wooden fortresses forward as well, so we can see the aggression here for Knuschelbär. Kasva looking to wall up and play this game a bit more passively than he did the last game. Quite a few horsemen on the field there, looking to deny that wooden fortress. Sorry, the villagers there will basically deny the economy, but the wooden fortress does go up. Kasva sees it. No arrows just yet. Kasva might do quite well to try and siege this down now, but there's lots of archers there, so he can't really take the fight. It doesn't look like he has a blacksmith for iron undermesh either, and so that's going to be an issue for Kasva as the game goes on. If he doesn't hold on here, he'll be in problems. He does have 4 stables though. There's a huge investment into cavalry. As you can see, he's going very heavily in cavalry. If you have Knuschelbär, adding a couple of spearmen into the mix will certainly be helpful here. Rams are being built within this stealth forest, so Kasva won't know for sure that this is happening, but I'm sure that he's quite confident in anticipating something like that. He's going to look to get a counter raid there with the horsemen, quite a lot of them. So as you can see, saving the food cost and having two town centres, you know, the food's being saved up and being pumped into military, which is very nice because the bonus, the fresh foodstuffs allows him to do that and still maintain two town centre production of villagers. Okay, a bit of an altercation here. Quite a lot of horsemen here will be looking to block the villagers their route to the wooden fortress. Does get quite a few, 2 villager picks there I think, but he's under a lot of fire from the early knights and the archers. He decides to back off, looks to recover and regroup again, Kasva, before he takes another fight. Going over to the berries there on the right side, Kasva looking to get that free food. And back at home. Not a lot going apart from production here for Knuschelbär. Could afford another ram with the 350 wood he's got in stock. Already has 2 on the field. Looking to push forward now with the archers and the early knights. Looks like Knuschelbär looking to push the issue. Doesn't want to let Kasva boom up too hard before. He wants to take him out before it's too late, I suspect. Bounty up to 470. But that's not really of his concern at the moment. He's not really looking towards playing the long game, as you can see. The 2 rams will make short work of this outpost, which doesn't actually have arrow slits at this point. So it's relatively redundant for Kasva. Okay, Kasva keeping his horseman there in the stealth forest on the left side. Maybe looking to flank his opponent while he's not expecting it. But Knuschelbär will see that with the scout that's there. This is a bit awkward because there's a massive army there that Knuschelbär will know about because of the scout position. So it's quite a nice place to place the scout there for Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär now looking to push forward. The villagers coming out for Kasva, looking to try and snipe the rams, but he has to be careful because there's lots of archers there in behind, looking to pick off the villagers as they pounce on the rams. As you can see, Knuschelbär doing a fantastic job about repairing the rams. It's not something you always see, but that's really, really effective because it causes an idle time to count for nothing for the villagers for Kasva. Now looking to take another sheep safely underneath the town centre, but food could become a problem. Berries are completely gone here on the left side for Kasva. The right side of the berry patches are running out thick and fast. There's no farm transition just yet, which is understandable because of the pressure that he's under. And for Knuschelbär, still got so much food there underneath the town centre. Not to mention, actually the ball has been finished now, so Knuschelbär quite happy to just leave this part unprotected relatively. Kasva looking to destroy this area. I mean, the only really damage he can do is to 3 villages and take out the production buildings here, which could help his cause. Looks like Knuschelbär is going to continue. He's actually going to put his army back. He's going to put his army back, look to try and clear this out as best he can. The knights are in play. The wooden fortress is on fire. There's no villagers on hand to repair. Knuschelbär is actually teched into the hardened spearmen as well, which is certainly going to do a lot of damage to Kasva, because Kasva has just gone quite unidimensional in terms of army. He's got a lot of maneuverability. He's adding archery ranges now because he sees the spearmen. The hard counters are very hard in Age of Empires 4, and he won't want to take a bad fight with the spearmen in the mix. Kasva taking the fight here on the front lines, looking to deny this kind of position here, but there is wooden fortress with arrow slits. So that wooden fortress will go down now, I suspect, with the number of horsemen here. 16 should be able to siege this down, but might lose a horseman or 2 in the mix. Knuschelbär not going to look to give it up for free though. He's going to move forward now with the 2 rams approaching again on the west side, looking to affect the second town centre. Villager count at the moment 39 for Knuschelbär, 99 for Kasva. I mean, if you're Kasva at this, oh, sorry, not 99, sorry, 68 for Kasva. I feel like if you're Kasva at this point, I mean, he needs to hold on as best as he can. Maybe want to even consider stock productions of villagers and just invest hugely in armies. Actually floating quite a food and quite a lot of wood and gold at this point. Villagers looking to snipe 1 ram, but it's not going to happen. Villagers are going to go down for Kasva here. There's not enough room in the inn, not enough room in this town centre. Villagers will be going down. Now this is a problem for Kasva, because not only villagers that are going down, it's the fact there's 10 villagers here idle, and now the military numbers really starting to kick off for Knuschelbär. Kasva looking to try and take down the early knights and then focus fire on the archers, but there are spearmen in the mix. Only a couple of camel archers there for Kasva, which do bonus damage against the spearmen. It may need more than 2 though, only 1 now actually. Now that camel archer is down. That is a problem, because the camel archer does offer a bit of a bonus for the Abbasid dynasty. Camels cause horse cavalry units to deal 20% less damage, so that will refer to the early knights that Knuschelbär has in the field. Knuschelbär looking to take this fight. Kasva taking the fight, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to hold on. The town centre is on the fire, looking to go down. The rams have been taken out. Kasva desperately looking to repair it. Kasva has to retreat with only just 4 horsemen there, early knights and archers there for Knuschelbär. This looks to be in a seriously bad position for Kasva. No counter-attack available, no units on the field for Kasva. Kasva's in a bad spot here. Now Kasva has started to spend all his resources, but it could be too little too late. This second town centre now surely will go down with the sieging of the early knights. 5 villagers going to be going down there as well. Economy now 44 for Knuschelbär, 61 for Kasva. Kasva still ahead in economy, but the military count is telling a different story. Only 15 for Kasva, 28 for Knuschelbär. Kasva is going to look to try and pounce on the archers. The horsemen actually can do a good job on this, but there are 3 early knights moving into the mix as well. Horsemen are going to look to do a lot of damage against the archers. This is a good pushback by Kasva. Kasva is holding on, and that's what he needed to do. Getting outposts on the right side as well, looking to protect this area. He's going to look to expand because he will need to for the food economy. Knuschelbär has been cleared up here. Kasva has stabilised. Okay, so at this point of the game that the economy for Kasva will start to pick up and be a bit more of an influence. A couple of early knights coming forward for Knuschelbär just to keep tabs on this, but the horsemen now looking to take out the wooden fortress. This is good timing because Aristis is not quite in just yet. It will probably come in before it's destroyed, but the damage potential that could have been there is not, is not realised to its full potential. Behind this, Knuschelbär moving forward to protect the berries, looking to get that free source of food, but needing to drop another wooden fortress to protect those villagers. Second town centre has gone up for Knuschelbär though. I'm not sure how long ago that came up. That's pretty significant because now the villager count will be equalising, or well, it's not equalising. Knuschelbär won't be dropping too fast. If anything, he'll be catching up with the amount of raiding that's going on. The early knights doing great work here. Knuschelbär looking to get up to the castle age. That'll be huge tech advantage for the Rus, that is for sure. If he does take up to the castle age, with Kasva being absolutely nowhere near that, with the amount of investment that Kasva's got in horsemen, this is looking strong for Knuschelbär if he can get to castle age, because he'll have lancers on the field, knights of his own. That'll be incredibly strong. We'll be able to upgrade the early knights that are there to regular knights. Going out with the Abbey of the Trinity, looking to maybe get some warrior monks on the field to pick up some relics. Again, building on his momentum in the castle age. An interesting match so far. Knuschelbär is 1 down in the set, so he's going to look quite heavily to try and get this even. He will have to. It's kind of match point technically for Kasva. Kasva would love to win this game and secure his position in the semi-finals. Horsemen are going to cycle around now, protect this economy. There are camel archers there as well, going to do some damage against the early knights. But Kasva won't be able to push the fight too hard because Knuschelbär does have mobility with his knights. There is the castle age now. Kasva has the decision on his hands. Does he go full feudal aggression in response? Or does he go for a castle age himself? He does have the superior economy still, but not by much. 57 villagers to 54. Knuschelbär has done a great job of equalising that. With the second town centre in particular. Okay, berries have been denied. Knights are heading back. Upgrades are probably looking to be coming in for Knuschelbär. Not yet though. Warrior monks actually being prioritised. We're going to get some relics. A couple of spearmen coming forward for Knuschelbär as well. Camel Archer is going to focus fire those down. That'll certainly help Kasva in the fight that's just about to ensue in the front of the base. Knuschelbär has garrisoned 8 villagers in that outpost with a spring on replacement now, so Kasva will be keen to take this out before it does too much damage on the west side. An early night just raiding again, once again for Knuschelbär. Wooden Fortress, as you can see, the guys, they're just so tanky. With the Spring placement as well, taking horsemen down relatively quickly. There are 3 knights there. We'll go down now as well. The Springald effectively one-shotting units, and that's fantastic for Knuschelbär at this point. It's going to be sieged down here. There'll be 8 villages there right for the taken. But village count is looking relatively even now. If anything, yeah, it is actually dead on even at this point. Of course, we're looking to clear this up, and Kasva is actually only 1 town centre, actually. That's the reason why. So if anything, Knuschelbär is actually going to be pulling ahead. Kasva looking to switch into a farming economy. But this is becoming a problem for Kasva, because now Knuschelbär has the economy lead, I'm sure. 61 to... actually, no, it doesn't. Kasva has 61 to 59, which is a bit surprising considering the 2 town centre play for Knuschelbär. In any case, Knuschelbär looking strong. Being in the castle age, looking to get those relics. Do we see a couple of warrior monks? There's one on the field, looking to pick up a relic or 2, I suspect. And Knuschelbär doing a good job protecting his economy. Has another wooden fortress on the east side with a spring of emplacement. And as you've seen, these guys are really quite hard to take down. 2 relics are in the clutches of Knuschelbär, bringing those back home to the Abbey of the Trinity. And that would be a very, very nice boost for the gold income. These villages have been idle for almost forever, which is kind of rough for Knuschelbär, considering the village count is so similar. And we see the expiry there of something. But Kasva looking to go down and put a couple of outposts with quite a lot of villagers, guys. 14 villagers. He's not messing about. Looking to actually take these berries that are on the field for that fresh food in the form of berries. Yep, Kasva really committing to the feudal age. Doesn't look like he's going to be going up to the castle age anytime soon. He can pressure with rams if he wishes, because siege engineering does come in for free for the Abbasid dynasty. And early night looking to see what's what. Golden age tier 2 rather, for Kasva is in now. Double outpost there, met on the front line with the wooden fortress being garrisoned by 8 villagers. 8 villagers pop out looking to join the villager count and the economy, active economy. As you can hear though, relics are being picked up. This could become a problem as the game wears on, because relic gold can be very valuable. As you see, Kasva looking to try and snipe villagers here on the deer, but not managing to get too much damage because of the wooden fortress. Kasva losing his horsemen in the stealth forest there to the spearmen and the early night. Kasva's had enough of this wooden fortress, spending idle time of 16 villagers to get that down. As you can see, the HP, 22,000 HP is incredible with this wooden fortress. It really does take quite a bit of time. Knuschelbär looking to double down on his economy by getting control of a sacred site there. Kasva doing well to secure his position with the outposts, which are being boosted and upgraded with the arrow slits. Horsemen now looking to join the fight. Don't forget, this does have arrow slits, so some villagers do go down for Kasva, which is less than ideal for him. Looks like Kasva now is looking to get up to the castle age. 26 villagers on gold, but wanted to get there as soon as possible. Has already missed out on a lot of the relics. Forward outpost going for Kasva, looking to get access to the deer, but of course Knuschelbär knows about it because of the hunting cabin. A couple of horsemen there, but the early knight's getting good value here. There is a spearman as well, which Kasva doesn't really have an answer to. Sacred site being taken on the left side for Knuschelbär. That's actually Kasva's sacred site, really. And the third one has been activated now. So gold income going to be very high for Knuschelbär, I suspect, considering we've got hunting cabins involved as well. Yep, 684 gold per minute with only 8 villagers on gold. 730, starting to climb again. Kasva does have a heck of a lot more, 1,000 per minute, but he does have 30 villagers on gold at the moment. Looking to get to that castle age, which he can afford in terms of gold. It's just rebalanced his economy. He has used the market to buy some food. You could tell by the drastic changes there. Market here. And now he's going up to the next stage, the castle age, with the military wing. And going for the middle sacred site for Knuschelbär now would activate the sacred site timer. Got the 2 others. He's actually got a lot of relics. He's got siege workshop as well. Looking to get some trebuchets. Abbey of the Trinity is a full house with 3 relics. The other monastery going to be filled up with 2 more. So 5 relics for Knuschelbär. Got so much map control. Kasva is going to be under a lot of pressure as the game goes on, because he's just behind. He's just so far behind. 72 villages for Kasva, 78 for Knuschelbär. Don't forget Knuschelbär has the sacred sites and 5 relics. 2 sacred sites, to be precise. Okay, not a lot going on at this point. I think Knuschelbär just prepping a next attack of some sort, looking to just double down on the economy. Doesn't actually have double broad axe, which is actually rather surprising for Knuschelbär, missing some key upgrades that you'd often expect the Rus to get. Spring on emplacement going up with the towers. Kasva has expanded on the right with 3 town centres now, looking to palisade wall this as well to offer a lot of protection. So Kasva does have 3 town centres to Knuschelbär's 2. Kasva looking to build up the economy once again. Knuschelbär now looking to switch to a farming economy around the town centre. Guys, look at the farming. It's so beautiful around. They're perfect farms. 16... Oh, it's not 16. It's selected all the farms, but... Wait, how many farms are there? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 farms. They're perfectly positioned around that second town centre. The trebuchet is now looking to do some damage on the outpost there, protected by a couple of knights, as well as spearmen. Okay, Knuschelbär doing this very nicely, getting a wooden fortress on the right side just to keep an eye on what's going on there, doesn't want to be caught out. As you can see, these 2 strategists playing the map as best as they can and making sure that they're not just going in blind for things. Quite a lot of knights there for Knuschelbär, looking to snipe those villagers after taking down the outpost. A couple of villagers will go down. It's not ideal for Kasva. It does have a couple of hardened spearmen in behind. But being in the castle age now, may want to think about upgrading these to the veteran side of things. Man-at-arms on the field as well for Knuschelbär. Okay, not much to say. I mean, it's just a little bit of a booming affair at the moment. Knuschelbär looking to get the left-sided sacred site to activate the timer once again. He's got control of the middle. And Trebuchet just slowly pushing forward and advancing for Knuschelbär. Kasva not too worried about it, it seems, just yet. It might have to be soon because the army is starting to build up for Knuschelbär, but so is Kasva's army, starting to build up with a lot of spearmen there, has to be said. But you kind of get the feeling that Knuschelbär might be preparing to go to the Imperial Age. He's got 1,300 food in the bank, 800 gold. We'll need to double that in terms of the food count, but once he does, he'll be able to afford Imperial Age very, very soon. As you can see now, Ram's going down for Kasva, looking to try and get some map control back and you know, get rid of the wooden fortresses. He's going to have a lot of wooden fortresses to get through in order to move out on the map. Looks like Knuschelbär is actually going to be looked to focusing on the right side of the economy, looking to break through the palisades. I think Kasva needs to react to this. He's going to be bringing his spearmen, I suspect. He's going to have to if he's not, and that's what he's doing. So we're going to bring them there. But you can see the man-at-arms there as well, and I don't believe there are any archers though. The man-at-arms are going to be doing some good work. Raiding going to be happening here. Knuschelbär coming in with the lancers, the knights rather. 97 economy, 99 for Kasva. Relatively even, all things considered, but the military count, 35 for Knuschelbär, 43 for Kasva. But I have to say, Knuschelbär's military is just a bit stronger here with the knights, looking to snipe a lot of villages here. Their keep will go up, which will offer a lot of protection, but a lot of idle time there for Kasva. And Kasva's going to run in now with the spearmen, the sacred site there on the left side, looking to be decapped as well. Well, there are man-at-arms on the field now for Kasva, looking to snipe down that trebuchet. Might just get it, but in fact Knuschelbär is going to come back with the knights to try and protect it. He pulls back with the trebuchet, and we see now the Imperial Age is going to be in there for Knuschelbär. Let's just see what it goes up for. Maybe going for the high armory, but he's under a lot of pressure on the right side. It has been pushed back. Man-at-arms is looking to do as much damage as he can, but spearmen looking to take them out. And the outpost there does go down by, actually I think it was on fire from the trebuchet. Rams are on the field now for Kasva, looking to take down the wooden fortresses that are dotted around in the stealth forests. And that's going to take a bit of time, and that's put a lot of time for Knuschelbär now to go to the next stage. You see that he's going up with the high armory, with the siege workshops being placed beside it. The high armory is a military landmark for the Rus, which decreases the cost of siege engines in nearby siege workshops by 20%. And it also contains some unique upgrades for siege engines. Knuschelbär has been pushed back here by Kasva on the right side, but I'm sure he won't be too worried about that now that he knows that he's up to the Imperial Age. Kasva is still stacking Castle Age relatively heavily, but does have the military presence on the field of 32 and 109 villages. It means his economy is buzzing, but the advantage you get from Imperial Age can be incredibly strong, especially when you factor in the upgrades. And the Rus of course have the access to the strongest knight in the game. I believe it beats the French when you get all the upgrades involved, including Boyar's Fortitude and the +4 attack that the knights get for the Rus. Keep being put down on the central sacred site area to get hold of that map control. The new age begins. Knuschelbär does get up to the Imperial Age. Kasva very, very far from that. Kasva continues to go for some rams, trying to push back, but he's not been able to go as far as he would want to. He's not really protecting the rams as much as he would want to. And that keep will be going up relatively soon for Knuschelbär. As you can see, upgrades are coming in now. Lumber preservation for Knuschelbär, fertilization, arrow slits, and also roller shutter triggers, which increases the weapon range of sprinkles by +2 tiles and reduces their reload time by 25%. Okay, the economy is really buzzing for Knuschelbär, has to be said. I mean, the free gold that he's likely to be getting from the hunting cabins, as well as the relics, the 5 relics, is going to be huge. Just look at the resources that he has to spend. A little bit crazy here. And plumping down stables, he'll be able to produce a lot of knights. Maybe even think about doing man-at-arms could be an option. Kasva looking to push his position on the left to reset the counter for the sacred sites. We'll need to decap that, to be fair. Looking to focus on getting the wooden fortresses down first. A bit of raiding here on the back for Knuschelbär, looking to take as many villages as he can with the knights there. Streltsy are on the menu for the Rus. The knights for Knuschelbär are going to do some work, but they're going to be running into the spearmen. They're going to be absolutely murdered and butchered by those spearmen. Hard counter at work there. Kasva does... Wait, okay, that sacred site still is under control of Knuschelbär. Kasva hasn't been able to decap it. He's actually going to decap it with one of the rams. The other ram looking to take down the outpost. But this wooden fortress does have a spring-load emplacement, so could be doing some damage with that to the ram. Trebuchet on the field for Knuschelbär. Villagers coming forward for Kasva from the woodline, looking to snipe that trebuchet, who's likely to go down. 4 rams on the field, guarded by spearmen and veteran horsemen. Don't forget he's in the castle age though, and as every minute proceeds, the upgrades for Knuschelbär are going to be coming in thick and fast. As you can see, he's actually getting from man-at-arms as well as Streltsy. So man-at-arms Streltsy is on the menu for Rus here. And don't forget, these are Imperial Age army that are coming out, I suspect. Let's take a look at the blacksmith to see what he's managed to research. Not much actually, he's still got a lot of the Imperial Age upgrades to come in, but the economy upgrades certainly did come in, as we saw. Streltsy looking to take down the spearmen, 2 rams or so, looking to take down the keep in the middle of the map, and Kasva's looking strong here in terms of military, pushing this back, a lot of food and wood. But the problem for Knuschelbär is he's losing his Streltsy here, the gold units, expensive gold units. You see Kasva really booming ahead behind this. 120 villagers. The second keep does go up for Knuschelbär. It's going to buy him some time. This primary keep in the middle there, on the left rather. So this is the second keep if anything. This is going to go down to the rams from Kasva. Boiling oil is in, as you can see, the animation there. Going to be wiping out a lot of the spearmen for Kasva. And overall Knuschelbär won't be too unhappy about that. As you can see, man-at-arms are starting to come on the field for Knuschelbär. He's getting quite a few upgrades. Chemistry for his Streltsy is going to help for sure. The second keep does go down to the 4 rams. And now we see the Springalds coming forward for the rest, looking to try and snipe some of the rams, I suspect. Going to lose the Wind Fortress as well. We see Streltsy looking to do some damage. Not a lot else going on, has to be said. Rams are going to be going down relatively soon. Gold here on the left side for Kasva. That could be pressured relatively soon. Woodline is pretty far forward and exposed as well. So Knuschelbär has resources. Just a matter of actually spending them now to bring as much military on the field. He doesn't actually have that 500 bounty just yet, I'm afraid. Never managed to make it. As you can see, the military count is looking very healthy. 43 for Knuschelbär. He can just spam units now. And it's going to take a very good fight here on the front, with the horsemen going down to the man-at-arms with the Streltsy in behind. Springalds doing a decent job as well. Kasva's likely to hold us back slightly because there is a crossbowman and then only one man-at-arm. The horseman going to take down that man-at-arm, but Knuschelbär can regroup with the Streltsy there and snipes those horsemen that run to their death. Kasva looking to try and wall up, buy him some time. He needs to buy some time if he can. Very extensive walls on the left side. Not sure if it's going to work because there are a lot of Streltsy here pushing in for the Rus. Rus can afford a castle or keep, so he might be going forward with a keep very soon with villagers. We don't see it just yet, but we do see a lot of trebuchets coming out now from the siege workshops around the armory, which are now pretty well discounted. Man-at-arm's going to run in. Kasva's losing everything. He loses that wood line. He has transitioned to the farming economy wood line around the back corner of the map there in the north. Kasva does get up to the Imperial Age. That's actually quite big for him. Be able to try and match his opponent in terms of technology, but he's got up to the Imperial Age very, very late compared to his opponent. We do see stone being spent for Knuschelbär. I wonder where he put that actually. Looks like another keep here on the left side to protect the gold and the stone. Not a bad idea. Now starting to push and keep Kasva at home. That's the main thing that Knuschelbär will want to do at this point. Keep Kasva at home and he can build up his army with the Streltsy and man-at-arms. Ooh, the Wooden Fortress doing great work here with the Springald emplacement and the Arislets sniping villagers left, right and centre for Kasva, who hasn't noticed that this is happening. 132 villagers. He has been having a good boom here for Kasva, but he's being overrun military-wise. That could become a problem. Don't forget the Rus civilization have effectively infinite gold here, with 5, well, infinite gold for the game, not in terms of gather rate, but a steady trickle from the 5 relics and the hunting cabins. And Kasva under a lot of pressure. I'm not sure he's going to be able to pull this one back. He's going to run out of gold relatively soon. He doesn't actually have many villagers. Well, he's got 6 villagers on gold, but I suspect those guys are going to be pulled off relatively soon by the man-at-arms. Man-at-arms going to do a lot of damage here. Villagers going down on the gold. I think this is Kasva's only gold supply. He needs to protect this, and he is. He's sending his horsemen to try and reinforce. With siege now on the field for Knuschelbär, 3 trebuchets and 4 Springalds. This is looking rough for Kasva. Trebuchet is looking to focus fire on the gold villagers here and the mining camp, and yeah, Kasva struggling. Only 4 villagers on gold here at the moment. Kasva can't really breathe in this situation. Too many trebuchets, too many man-at-arms, too many Streltsys. Now with this base here, or this gold on the left side being denied, Rus can start to focus in the middle. Knuschelbär looking to pressure the middle with the trebuchets quite deep into the base. Yeah, 2 trebuchets there firing off at the outposts. Once the outpost goes down, Knuschelbär will feel like he can run in. Kasva looking to mass up a lot of army here. One last hurrah with the horsemen, elite horsemen in now. So Kasva has not given up this yet. He's going to look to put some pressure on. Knuschelbär going to be under a lot of pressure. He's got a lot of resources. Pop capped is Knuschelbär and Kasva, so both players reaching the population cap level. Now it feels like it's going to be a war of attrition. Knuschelbär looking to bring his trebuchets back to the safety of his keep and wooden fortress. Not sure this is a fight that Kasva will want to take, considering the number of Streltsy and the keeps that are behind this. Kasva's going to lose his camel archers if he's not careful. The spearmen pull back and actually look to focus fire on the horsemen. Look at that gold income. Look at the resources income for Knuschelbär. He's got absolutely crazy amounts of resources. He's probably going to be able to upgrade everything he could wish for here. As you can see, he's going to get everything. Doesn't quite yet have Boyar's fortitude. Doesn't have all that many cavalry on the field, to be fair. And now got to get out of my game, keep being put down by Knuschelbär on the front line. The action is very much in the middle of the base for Kasva, sniping down the warrior monks, but there are spearmen in behind. Trebuchets unloading on those town centres. Not sure if Kasva can stop this, because once this town centre does go down, it will just be the House of Wisdom that's left, and the Streltsy looking to protect the Springles and the Trebuchets on the field. Only one Trebuchet on the field at the moment, which is rather surprising. I thought he had more. Might have been sniped along the way. As you can see, he's got a lot of archery ranges and stables and barracks being produced. Wow, a lot of them. Holy smokes, there's a lot on the left side of the map. Springles shooting villagers left, right and centre. The archers rather, left, right and centre. And this keep... I think... How many villagers are building it? Not very many. Just the one villager actually. Keep going up with one villager. You see a notification here on the right side. I'm not sure what's going on. There might be a bit of a raid here for Kasva. A couple of horsemen there, elite horsemen, are going to be idling the economy, but not for too long. It's not a huge amount of raiding. The sacred site on the right side has been decapped though by horsemen there. Despite there being a wooden fortress, I don't think there was anything in the wooden fortress. There might have been a springboard actually emblazonment. Arrow slits is coming in there now, so the sacred sites have been decapped. Only the one in the middle now for Knuschelbär. But gold is not a problem for him at this stage. You've got to keep there with siege behind it. Probably needs a bit more siege just to push, but he is a population cap, so that'll be difficult for him. Kasva's population capped as well, and this might turn into a big standoff, has to be said. It could become a long one, guys. Hope you got some snacks and some drinks, because I'm not sure this game is going to be over anytime soon. Wooden fortress is being put down by Knuschelbär by villagers, looking to secure that position and act as a platform to push out from. Knuschelbär looking to snipe the production buildings with the barracks, using his trebuchets. Horsemen looking to dive on this though. There are a lot of spearmen involved and Streltsy behind, but lots of archers. I like the addition of the archers. There's a lot of archers that will be doing a lot of good work here. Knuschelbär looking to bring the villagers back to safety by garrisoning the wooden fortress. They keep going to do a lot of damage to the archers, but Kasva is looking strong to be able to push this back, but whether he'll be able to push this back and move out from there will be a different story to consider. A lot of spearmen there. Kasva's running in. I'm not sure this is a good fight for Kasva. He lost a lot of HP on those cavalry. He does eventually back off. He'll need to snipe the spearmen before he can dive, and that is now. He can dive now, because there are no spearmen involved, but there is a keep there he needs to be wary of. Looking to snipe down the trebuchet with a couple of horsemen, but that's not going to be enough, especially with the number of springles and the fact that there's a keep there. Archers are there as well. Kasva looking to be under a lot of pressure here. 170 population for Kasva, 180 for Knuschelbär, sorry. Relatively similar. But 63 villagers, so 63 military for Knuschelbär, only 40 for Kasva. Kasva is under a lot of problem. This could spiral out of control. Kasva looking to get gold on the right side. He is struggling for gold, Kasva, doing desperate things to go on the right side of the map. Wooden fortress is looking to go up. Actually, the outpost does go up for Kasva, but obviously Knuschelbär sees this. He might actually start to look to clean this up. But he's got a lot of army on the front line, looking to continue to pressure. One barracks goes down, looking to focus fire on the other. There are now elite horsemen on the field for Kasva, looking to get some villager damage, but he will actually get some picks here. Villagers not garrisoning in the wooden fortress, which is a bit awkward. Not sure in terms of why that's happening, but it is. There is now Culver in there for Kasva, looking to push this back. Looks like now Knuschelbär has been patient enough, he's happy enough to now dive this. Quite a few springles on the field, has to be said. Big fight here. The Streltsy in behind the knights and a couple of spearmen. The Streltsy actually not firing. Okay, they're firing actually at the units. The horsemen looking to focus fire on the trebuchet. The trebuchet might go down. The trebuchet does go down, so well calculated by Kasva. But Kasva's got bigger problems because there's a death ball here of Streltsy. If he can get the numbers down, that will certainly help him. Streltsy do move back though. That means they lose their bonus. As you guys know, for every 5 seconds that the Streltsy remains stationary, it increases the attack speed by 10%. That's pretty huge. That's a maximum of 30% and plus 9 damage that it can be gathered. So this, static deployment being used by Knuschelbär. Won't want to move them around too much, too often. We heard a relic being picked up somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where because... Oh, wait, what's going on? Yeah, because Knuschelbär has 5 of them, And I could have sworn we heard a relic sound. But also, looking to push down the main TC. There is no trebuchet there anymore, but there are two coming. Okay, that sacred site has been caught again by Knuschelbär, going to be adding a lot of nice gold income. And it feels like as long as this game goes longer and longer, gold is going to become an issue, but not for the Rus, because the Rus have the hunting cabins and the sacred sites and the relics at this point. Kasva looking in a lot of trouble here. It's going to be losing his primary town centre, only has archers in behind this. And then once this town centre does go down, I'm sure Knuschelbär will start to focus down the House of Wisdom. 2 trebuchets looking to take out the production buildings, focusing on the... I think these are focusing on the town centre, actually. Primary town centre does go down for Kasva. Kasva now being pushed back, looking to trade. I'm not sure if that was a misclick or not, but either way, the House of Wisdom is going to be the next target. 140 villagers for Kasva, 100 villagers for Knuschelbär, so make no mistake about it, Kasva still has plenty of villagers, but he does need to convert that into military before he's killed, because there's only 35 military for Kasva, 89 for Knuschelbär. Military is what wins games, guys, and Kasva doesn't have enough of them. As you can see now, trebuchets moving forward. There are a lot of them, guys. Holy smokes. There are 5 of them looking to do a lot of damage, looking to take out the production buildings, which would be huge, because Kasva doesn't have a whole lot of wood here. They will need to replace the production buildings. Looks like Kasva's taking the fight now, but stables will be going down with the trebuchet. The trebuchet actually focus firing on the House of Wisdom, not a bad idea, because it means Kasva will be forced to repair. But Kasva does push this back. There are a lot of archers and camel archers, which will make short work of the spearmen, but bringing the trebuchets back to the keep is a nice move. Kasva looking to repair the capital town centre as well, but with more trebuchets, Knuschelbär might be able to seal this game out. Six trebuchets on the field now, taking out all the production buildings. Kasva is getting up to population cap though, so he won't mind too much. He will need to build more production buildings. He's got more at the background now here. As you can see, he's gone for a very heavy food farming transition. He's got quite a lot of trading as well. So, okay, I mean, sure, the Rus do have access to gold from the hunting cabins and the relics, but Kasva does have some trading, but that does eat into his population space. So it's not necessarily ideal. Keep going here on the left side. I'm not sure if that ranges the trade. It would be pretty epic if it does for Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär quite happy to be methodical here, slow and methodical. Primary town centre is almost up for Kasva again. The House of Wisdom has been repaired to its full glory. Kasva looking to dive the siege now, it seems. The siege needs to be pulled back. Knuschelbär is paying attention. There are spearmen there, and the siege are heading back towards the keep. Yeah, big fight here. They keep helping out, that's for sure. Spearmen taking out the knights and Streltsy behind. Not as many as we expected there to be, but it is what it is. Military count still 88 for Knuschelbär, full population cap. Can't say the same for Kasva though. Oh, that's a lot of trebuchets, guys. 6 of them. Now looking to take out the base on the left side, perhaps. There's not a lot there, just the trading. Primary keep being taken out again by the trebuchets. 6 of them, so this won't stay alive. If Kasva wants this to stay alive, he's going to have to repair it, and ASAP, but he won't be able to get 6 trebuchets, I suspect. May just have to wait for it to be destroyed and rebuild it if he really wants it. But this game is kind of going out of the grip of Kasva, it feels. Knuschelbär looking to now push forward with a lot of trebuchets. These guys are now focusing on the House of Wisdom. Knuschelbär's win condition here really is just to protect his siege. A lot of camel riders there for... camel archers rather, for Kasva. Knuschelbär looking to get his army in position. These guys are elite knights, backed up by Springalds and a few Streltsy. It looks like Kasva's going to be able to push this back. Knuschelbär doesn't quite have enough military there, despite having 88 of them. Kasva only having 57, but I suspect it's just stronger military. Don't forget trebuchets take population room as well. Kasva will need to be careful not to lose everything here though, because he will be exposed if he does. There are no keeps defending that last House of Wisdom. As you can see, units being spammed. Trebuchet on the field for Kasva. Kasva looking to now take this keep out. There are so many trebuchets for Knuschelbär. He might be looking for a snipe of the landmark. And Kasva's probably lost his golden age because they're losing these houses. And now Kasva is diving with his camel archers, looking to siege down the trebuchets. May get one, but they're running into the keep, so at what cost? The keep does have all upgrades at this point. Knuschelbär getting the Sacred Site on the left as well, looking to reactivate the Sacred Site timer. It's not what Kasva wants to see, but look at the resources for Knuschelbär. He can do this all day. Horseman will be going down, maybe taking a trebuchet for good measure, but won't be able to because the castle, the keep fires just too much here. Elite Knights on the field now. It feels like they're going to be doing a lot of damage against the Camel Archers. And a couple of shots in behind, not all that many. Defend all Sacred Sites objectives comes in. Knuschelbär's got all the Sacred Sites. The primary town centre goes down. Again, it feels like Knuschelbär will be focusing on the House of Wisdom. Doing things methodically. He's not looking to throw the game away with a big push. He's slowly, methodically pushing his way forward. Okay, a lot of camel archers being put to the front line. They're going to be taken out by spearmen and the springles and the trebuchets. Doesn't seem like a good fight for Kasva, has to be said. Kasva is losing a lot of units here. But Knuschelbär doesn't necessarily mind too much because of the amount of resources he has. A lot of the camel archers do go down. Horse archers are now non-existent. And the archers are being pressured now as well. Trebuchets are unloading on the House of Wisdom, it seems. Kasva was looking to repair the town centre, but this could be it, because it doesn't seem like Kasva has the military. 85 military for Knuschelbär. 23 for Kasva. This is looking pretty bad. This is looking like a good game. There's a lot of Streltsy in behind this, guys. Knuschelbär has done a fantastic job of reinforcing his armies. Look at the production buildings. He's just gone full ham. There it's a GG. Kasva calls it. One apiece. Knuschelbär pulls one back. He's started to really come to the fore in Age of Empires 4. He's done it. He's beaten Kasva. He's taken the game off him. It equals the scoreline. One apiece in this best of 3, guys. The final game coming up. Don't go anywhere. It's coming up right next. Welcome back, guys, to game number 3 between Kasva and Knuschelbär. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. This is the final game of the set, guys. So whoever wins this set and goes on to the semi-finals to play up against Puppy Paw in the Road to Red Bull Wololo Legacy Week 2. Now on the east corner of the map, we have got Kasva playing in blue as the Mongols. On the west side of the map, we have got Knuschelbär playing in red as the French. The map is Dry Arabia. Really interesting matchup. We're just going to have a look at the spawn because that's quite commonly important for the Mongol civilization. And this is a decent spawn for Kasva, having access to wood and gold very, very safely. What we do need to see is where his Ovu is, which we don't quite see yet. It's here on the right side. It's relatively exposed. It's not ideal. He's going to go forward to build a barracks. I think we see an outpost rush coming. It seems to be the meta with the Mongols these days to have an outpost rush, especially when you have an aggressive player like Kasva. We'll see how that pans out. There's lots of expansion points for the French player on Arabia, sorry, if he needs to. Maybe looking to go out on the left side for a second town centre, but later on in the game, the knights often come out on the field for the French to harass Mongol villagers, but she's doing a bit of a dance, isn't she? We'll see how this one pans out. I suspect we'll be seeing the School of Cavalry. It's not quite common that you see the Chamber of Commerce for the French. As we said, guys, this is a crunch match. This is the last game of the set, and whoever wins this goes on to the semi-finals to play against Puppy Paw. Knuschelbär doing a fantastic job to get to this position. I think it's probably the later stages of the game, of the tournaments that he's ever been in, and has really shown himself in good light. 2 scouts on the field for the French, which is the meta, really. It's the common thing to be done to gather all that sheep, because the French often need a lot of food. The knights are very expensive on that front. And it looks like Kasva actually matched him with the second scout. As you can see, that second scout there, and of course the Mongols get the Khan. And the nice thing for Knuschelbär is that the gold is actually back. So with an outpost rush coming in, possibly, it's not going to be as effective. The villager being harassed by the scout, going to be brought back towards the spearmen. I'm not sure how effective Kasva is going to be with his outpost rush. He's probably going to look to go to the woodline first. That's not the only thing he can really hit, to be honest, at this point. And Knuschelbär being annoying with the scout on Kasva's Ovu. Khan looking to join in on the fight. But Knuschelbär will be aware of the attempted outpost rush. Spearmen do go forward. I'm not sure what actually happened to that villager in the end. Whether that villager got sniped. I wouldn't have thought so with 2 spearmen there, but it's a possibility. I suspect probably not. Go around the south actually. Yeah. The villager does come around the south, looking to see what he can get in terms of damage. Let's just see actually. The scouting does reveal an outpost on the goal, so no bueno on this position here. Knuschelbär popping down that outpost to make sure that gold is safe and sound from the Mongols' outpost rush. Looks like Kasva might be looking to drop an outpost here, which is unfortunate because that's not where the wood line is. I think Kasva sees now the wood line is down that side. But Kasva, I'm happy to just continue with the outpost on this side. Won't get the immediate damage or the immediate damage to the economy that he would want in this outpost rush, but will certainly deny the expansion. The scouts looking to try and snipe the villager. The spearmen will be coming back. There are 2 on the field, 3 on the 4 on the field actually, double produced with the Ovu. Kasva looking to get this outpost rush up and running. Well, Kasva loses a spearman rather cheaply there to the town centre. It's a bit rough. This woodline is actually perfect for Knuschelbär. I have to say, as map generations go for facing up against the Mongols, this is pretty perfect. I mean, you can't really ask for too much more. You've got your back gold and you've got your woodline, which is super close to your town centre. The outpost rush is not going to be getting huge amounts of value, but at least at this initial start of the game. But there are a couple of spearmen there. We'll be looking to try and harass the early knight, the royal knight rather for the French. Kasva looking to maybe spread around, maybe we might wrap around this left side for another outpost. These outposts will be affecting things in the later stages of the game, not really right now. On the back end of things, Kasva is looking to get to gold. He's got plenty of gold actually. We'll be looking to get that food income to drop the landmark to get to the feudal age. Knuschelbär is already up to the next stage. The knight is actually being held around home, looking to see what damage he can get and snipe, rather than being aggressive. So that's certainly one thing for Kasva. But there are archers going forward now, looking to try and find that villager and snipe down the spearman. Kasva is now getting up to the next stage with the deer stones. No surprises there. Okay, all to play for, guys, in this final game. And looks like Knuschelbär is looking to wall up this left side. That's actually quite a nice spot. Not huge amounts of wood investment, but does unlock a lot of potential for expansion to stone, gold, deer, and this wood line as well, the back end of it. So a very nice spot here to be able to protect that economy, especially with the town centre being relatively towards the back of his base and the outpost being on the right side. Protect this entrance, and we shall see. Kasva might go for horsemen on the back end of this, so we shall see if he'll be able to just run past this outpost or not to affect the economy around the back, but it's not the most natural point of attack. As we can see now, the outpost will be going down relatively quickly. There's no arrow slits in this, which is an issue for Kasva, so quite a lot of wasted time, but there are villagers. There's one villager, I think, oh, it's just scouts and spearmen garrisoned in this outpost that will be getting some damage, but Knuschelbär will be quite happy. Oh, he's going to take a bad fight here. He's going to be losing a knight there relatively cheaply. Kasva's got a lot of spearmen there. He's taking a lot of hits on the knight as well. Going to be sending the spearmen back because only 5 could fit into the outpost. Outpost focusing fire on the archers, certainly the right thing to do. If you can get the archers' numbers down, the spearmen can pop out again and look to take down the knights. But the outpost losing valuable HP, still got plenty in the tank. Deerstone is just about to come up for Kasva to unlock the feudal age. Early horsemen on the field for Kasva, looking to supplement his army and take out those archers. Another outpost attempted here, gets sniped by the knight. That's actually quite rough for Kasva. He might have to delete the outpost or send another villager, one of the two. He does have a scout there on the stealth forest there, just to keep an eye on things, to see what might be happening. Kasva opting not to delete that, maybe looking to send another villager. Yep, that's exactly what it's going to do. Not going to give up on this outpost rush too quickly. Horsemen on the field as well for Kasva to supplement the spearmen. Okay, pastures coming out now. Sheep almost running out, so transition to the pastures for Kasva. Looking to maybe look to get to the castle age. He's not spending too much more in terms of food at the moment. Only has 3 villagers on gold though. We'll need a couple more if he's looking for a faster castle time. A couple of spearmen have been upgraded to hardened spearmen with some horsemen on the field, looking to secure the position on that central sacred site, but then push forward, looking to just guard this villager, I suspect. The outposts have now, I suspect, got arrow slits. That is the case. The villager there now moving forward. As you can see, getting the buff from the Yam speed network, speed increased by 15%. Another villager being sent as well, being attacked by the Wartho, being harassed. Army clumping together for Kasva. Knuschelbär going to the back deer, looking to stay on one town centre for now, building up the economy and the army together. And going for the forward stone, nice approach there to look to take that forward stone whilst he can. Does have this big stone, but he can save that for a rainy day. Let's see, there's a bit of an aggression here for Kasva, looking to snipe that stone village, just so I talked about it being a good move. Kasva noticed it, and he's going to go for an outpost there, which is a nice position, but knights are going to be there, and just one charge attack from 2 knights will take out the villager, so Kasva will have to be careful. We will need to keep his spearmen in position. Knuschelbär quite happy to send the villagers out there again. He looks to be in a comfortable position, defending this position. It looks like Kasva's going to go for a further outpost around the back there. And Kasva looking to snipe the archers so that the spearmen can get a clear line of sight and attack on the knights. But good micro here by Knuschelbär, sending the archers back. And this is quite rough for Kasva. Can't really push this position. I certainly do prefer the composition here for Knuschelbär. Go for the archers. Gets there a little bit of damage on the way back on the retreat every time. And the town centre fire doing pretty good work here. Kasva at risk of losing everything if he's not careful. The horseman will take out the archers, the spearman will do some work as well. He's gone right under the town centre, getting lots of arrow fire, and the horsemen are going to be going down. This is rough because it has the home advantage as well, Knuschelbär. You can see even on the retreat, he's going to lose lots of valuable spearmen. Relatively inefficient fight for Kasva there. And now there are a couple of early knights, French knights on the field, and that could become a problem if Kasva doesn't build up his army again. Knights will be in his face very soon. The work that Kasva is doing here, keeping Knuschelbär off the stone, is pretty good because I suspect Knuschelbär was opting for that second town centre considering the number of villages he has on wood and how much wood he has banked up. So delaying Knuschelbär at this point is very good. The villager count will be ahead for Knuschelbär, I suspect, though, because of course they've got the French town centres which work faster, and indeed he has 38 villages to 34. Horseman looking to take some effective trades on the knights, but the knights are a bit too tanky. There is a knight on very low health. If chivalry comes in, that could come into play to save the knight. And Knuschelbär going for an outpost there on the stone. They're going to be secure in that position because that villager will be going down. No way to save her, I'm afraid. There is an... Oh, wow. Okay, no, I take that back. She survives. With very minimal HP. I'm a bit surprised by that. The knight has a lot of HP on left, so I'm a bit surprised it didn't continue to take that villager, especially without the presence of the spearmen. Speaking of which, they are joining the force now. And Kasva looking strong on the food count, lacking a bit on the... She's got a decent amount of villagers on gold considering the balance of things. Getting more pastures to add the food economy. Knuschelbär seems hellbent on this second town centre. Who could blame him? Looking for the macro approach. Almost has 300. Need a bit more to get that second town centre up and running. Looks like on the back of this, Kasva's going for a castle age. Going to send another villager, I suspect, to get some more outposts in the field, it seems. Building another outpost on the stealth forest. This outpost does have arrow slits in it, but it looks like Knuschelbär is looking to siege this down with what he has. 3 knights and a scout. A spearman in for Kasva if Knuschelbär is not paying attention, especially... Yeah, he's paying attention here, but the spearman could have done a lot of damage. Knuschelbär wise to the ruse and backs off. More horsemen. Oh wow, those skipping around. Yeah, see that little bug there in the animation, but the horsemen will be making their way across the map for Kasva, looking to reinforce his army. A lot of pastures there as well for Kasva. Okay, stone has been collected by Knuschelbär, going for a second TC on this wood line. Adds a bit of protection on this west side of the map as well. Really looking to boost the economy and villager count. Kasva's going to have to be aggressive in order to put a stop to this, because Knuschelbär is going to be booming away with 2 town centres, French town centres no less. Does have an archery range and a school of cavalry, so has production buildings to defend himself as well if he needs. Knuschelbär actually has 10 villages on gold. We'll be looking to get to the castle age relatively quickly behind this. This is a problem for Kasva because 2 town centres running now for Knuschelbär, and he's going to have a fast castle age time. Kasva will get there a little bit earlier, but I don't know if it's going to be that significantly earlier. Horsemen looking to cycle around. We talked about this earlier, whether they'll go through. They don't. Arrow maneuver goes through, but the Khan does die, and the horsemen are going to take valuable losses of HP there. Outposts are going on the right side for Kasva, looking to get the map control, try and pin Knuschelbär in, and he's done a good job of this, actually, Kasva, all things considered. But the map generation was really quite nice for Knuschelbär. He's going to go up with the Royal Institute. That's an interesting choice, actually. So Knuschelbär looking to be aggressive in Castle Age. Often will go for the Guildhall if you're expecting a long, drawn-out game. But going up with the Royal Institute means that Knuschelbär is going to be pretty aggressive, or he's expecting a lot of aggression from the Mongols, which is rather surprising because he's getting a lot of damage. I'm not sure if that's, I mean, it's a choice that he's making, but we see a lot more than he does, and we see that Kasva is not really that quickly up to the Castle Age. And in fact, I mean, it could be the case that Knuschelbär gets there first. Knuschelbär won't get there first, but not too far behind. And a lot of eco damage here being done, as you see now. Kasva losing their early army. The knights are now raiding like mad, and this is pretty bad for Kasva, has to be said. Knuschelbär looking to get the advantage now. It is in the Castle Age. Kasva's still stuck in Feudal Age, bringing the horsemen back, running around the town centre. This is a significant amount of idle time. This is such a fantastic move for Knuschelbär, definitely worth it. He may lose the knights, but it was definitely worth it in the end. Another villager goes down. The step redoubt does get produced, but oof, village count must be very much lagging for Kasva now. 37 to 57. The French have a clear advantage in this scenario. Two town centres, Royal Institute. Castle Age aggression here could win the game for Knuschelbär and take the game and the set. We shall see how this game pans out. A lot of spearmen in defence for Kasva. Kasva's going to have to play defensive for quite a significant period of time. Maybe he needs to look to get another town centre to equal out, or at least stem the flow of the game so far, which is that Knuschelbär is going to out-eco Kasva incredibly soon. Rams are going out to look to take out the outposts. Now this is one thing that Kasva has going for him. He has bought some time with the outposts, which Knuschelbär will have to deal with if he wants to expand. Kasva has got a lot of villagers on gold. Suggests that he will be going for early aggression in the Castle Age. He's got two stables as well. As you can see, Lancers will be coming out on the field. It feels awkward going Lancers against the French Knights, but that's the option he's going for, and it does offer a lot of mobility. But the Veteran Royal Knight upgrade is in, with Rams in the background, with Arbaletier as well. And this is looking solid for Kasva. He's got a Springald emplacement on this outpost though, and is now looking to dive the stone villagers. Could he be going for a third town centre, Knuschelbär? That would be pretty greedy, but maybe looking to do so. And Knuschelbär hasn't reacted. I just assume he would, but he's going to lose some villagers on the front line, despite there being an outpost with arrow slits. He lost quite a lot there. The villager count will be a little bit better now for Kasva, but not really. It's 20 villager difference, and Kasva is really lagging behind. He's going to have to add in eco or do a lot of damage very quickly to stay in this game. He's going for a prayer tent to collect those relics, so that's one thing that Knuschelbär is not doing too much of, and that could become significant as the game goes on. Farming transition is in there for Knuschelbär now as well, so that will lead to a bit of time before he can reduce the army. But with the Royal Institute, he has actually got some upgrades there. Okay, Lancer looking to snipe a villager, probably won't manage it. One Lancer on there, I might do. Will he get the final hit? It doesn't. One Lancer on his own won't be able to do too much damage. French Veteran Knight comes out to sweep things up. Ram is being repaired. And that outpost did get taken out in the end, so that's going to be a little bit of a loss here for Kasva. Again, looking to cause some damage here on the north corner of the map, north access point of the base for Knuschelbär. The tower has been fortified with using stone as well, repairing villager, looking to keep that position as long as he can. Kasva sticking on the one town centre for now, which could become a problem because the economy is going to be huge for Knuschelbär. 45 villagers for Kasva, 65 for Knuschelbär at the moment. Rams on the field, looking to take down the outpost, but there are quite a few Lancers here for Kasva. That's one of the benefits of going one town centre. You've got more food count, but there comes a point where the superior economy really does build up. Villagers are looking to repair the... Oh, it doesn't actually repair. I thought the villagers will come to repair the ram, but he doesn't. The villagers decide to opt to hide in the towers. So quite a few Lancers here are going to do some damage against the Knuschelbär's army. I'm going to snipe a few more villagers, but at this point, small raidings like this is not going to be enough. Knuschelbär looking to secure his position with an outpost on the front. And new Ovi going to be put down for Kasva. Right. Things are starting to ease up now a little bit. Knuschelbär got quite a lot of army here in the form of veteran rule, and that's with the chivalry upgrade as well, so that's going to be beneficial for him, that is for sure. We're looking to send the 3 strong knights there to try and siege down the outpost, keeping the 2 weak ones behind to heal up, and now moving back, letting the arbaletier do a little bit of work. But there are 6 lancers. I think maybe got this a little bit prematurely. A bit of a wololo going on the right side. I'm not entirely sure where that is actually. Oh, it was there in the south. Kasva trying to get a wololo off, but Knuschelbär denies that monk, and that's pretty hard for Kasva to deal with because that's a long way away for that shaman to have got out. And it looks like Knuschelbär trying to get access to that relic as well. Kasva taking a fight. He needs to kill the knights. He can't just harm them because the knights will be going back to be healed. In fact, Knuschelbär is going to lose a lot here. That is for sure. Lost a lot of veteran knights. Kasva's got the ascendancy here, that is for sure. Military count looking healthy for Kasva, 12 to 4. Knuschelbär doesn't have the military on the field. Knuschelbär overboomed here. He's looking very exposed. Doesn't have the military on the field. That could become a problem. He needs to survive, and if he does survive, the economy will certainly be helpful. But he needs to survive to be able to make this count. Second town center goes for Kasva, looking to build up the villager count, but he'll need a third one just to be able to match, or at least not be in deficit in the village count as time goes on. 51 villagers for Kasva, 79 for Knuschelbär. Kasva looking to do some damage here with the villagers on the goal, looking to do some economy damage, cycle around the back of the base. And this is good value for these lancers. It's going to switch back round and run away. And this is a really good entry point for Kasva. The north part of the access to the base is now really very heavily fortified with the outposts. The south is looking relatively exposed. Kasva looking to do some damage here underneath the town centre, quite happy to dive, taking a lot of damage though from the town centres and the outposts, but quite happy to. Lancer there gets sniped, Monk there looking to be sniped by oh, he leaves, oh my god, he just needs, no! Just 3 HP on that monk. He decides better of it, he decides to back off. That could become a problem because that relic has been taken actually, I think Kasva's got that. Let's see how many relics Kasva's got. 2, third one incoming. This is a really nice spot for Kasva now. Having 3 relics, that will certainly help his cause in narrowing the deficit for economy. Moving out to the gold mine here on the right side. Pretty exposed though. Might need to drop an outpost there in case he gets raided by some veteran royal French knights. He's breaking through on the north. Kasva looking to do some damage on the main economy side here. Nothing here. Actually, no, there is quite... Knuschelbär does react to this. He gets an outpost there on the field. And that's going to be a nice point to protect himself. Berries do get taken out for Knuschelbär. He's going to need to expand a bit further on the right here. He wants to have access to the berries, I suspect. Sending a villager there. Looking to wall up this right side, which will definitely offer him some breathing space and protection. But the Royal Knights will be taking this outpost down as well. So Kasva is starting to lose his map control. Looking to gather the sacred sites for that constant trickle of gold. On 2 town centres, maybe needing to add a third in order to be able to keep up on village count. Knights now are looking to delve into the food economy for Knuschelbär, looking to see how much damage he can get, but there are spearmen there and lots of town centre fire. This is not great for Knuschelbär in terms of trades, but he will get some damage in, but will lose his 2 veteran Royal Knights relatively cheaply. Lancers are coming in for Kasva. That outpost will be going down. If the walls do go up, that's going to be very strong for Knuschelbär to protect his economy. He does need to do that. He doesn't have the military on the field that he needs to be able to defend himself, so walls, static defences is going to be what he opts for. Alright, 3 relics in the bag for Kasva. 1 relic in the bag for Knuschelbär, which means there should be 1 more relic on the field. It might have been picked up already. Can't quite see where it is on the minimap, but I'm sure time will tell. Right, on the north corner, Kasva's still looking to make it through with the outposts, but little does he know he's pretty well protected here, Knuschelbär. In the middle of the map, we see the Khan attacking the scout. This scout's been there forever. It's good vision there for Knuschelbär. And on the south entrance to the base of Knuschelbär, lots of knights there. Kasva not taking efficient trades there with the single lancers being sniped. Looking to try and deny the walls. He has denied the walls. Allows for an entrance point. It's 2 knights to 1, but Knuschelbär going to bait those knights. Going to bait those knight lancers for Kasva. And Kasva's taking a really bad trade here. Kasva not paying attention. He's going to be running into a lot of problems. Losing units for free here, effectively. trickling them in, not doing too much damage. Now the walls are relatively up for Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär feels confident in protecting himself. Kasva looking to send the spearman forward though, maybe still trying to keep Knuschelbär open for as long as he can. Kasva looking to try and capture the second sacred site on the south here with an outpost going up. No arrow slits being researched just yet. Khan looking to defend that position though. Yeah, I think the raiding potential has gone very low now for Kasva. The walls are starting to go up, but Kasva looking to push this back with spearmen. This is actually huge. Knuschelbär never really managed to get the wall up, and now he's forced to drop another big wall on the right side. I mean, as things go in terms of wood investment, it's not the be-all and end-all. It's definitely going to be worth it. The walls will go up, and that's going to be a problem for Kasva now. Now he can't break through. He has limited the space though, so that's quite nice because there are berries there that were ripe for the taking. The spearmen may even look to deny the walls. Looks like the walls will be denied, but there are lots of knights there that will take an effective fight. But Kasva will be quite happy to trade these off. He looks to back off though. We'll need to destroy the knights before they heal up. I think he's probably going to have to take the fight now because he won't be able to back off with the mobility that the knights have. He doesn't actually get to pick any of the knights, so that's actually a really terrible trade considering the chivalry technology that is available for the French. Kasva looking to get to the central sacred site and then move on to the third one on the south corner of the map, I suspect. And whilst Kasva is behind on villages, he does have four relics in the prayer tent, and not only that, he does have the step redoubt, which effectively doubles the amount of, or kind of increases the number of villages. It basically increases the efficiency of gold collection, the amount, by 50%. So he's got 60 villages here, add on another 8, and that's effectively what that step redoubt's doing, giving him another 8 villages of gold there. Spearmen have been upgraded to the veteran. You see the extra armor on those spearmen. Knights are going to cycle through there for Knuschelbär, looking to do some damage. Sacred site in the middle has been caught, captured, but that monk will go down. The shaman dies a terrible death to the knights. Knights are looking to flood in now. Knuschelbär looking to do some damage of his own, looking to raid the economy. A couple of outposts have been put down on that gold mine, which is a good move by Kasva. That would have been an absolute travesty if he didn't. Not much value to be had by Knuschelbär. Going to cycle through, go and run through. Maybe look elsewhere for the damage, but he's cycling through on the left side. A pincer movement, looking to affect the eco for Kasva. There's a lot of garrison villages here, 30 of them, a lot of idle villages, and Knuschelbär going to take a fight here. Not the most ideal fight. It's going to lose a lot of knights here. It's pretty rough here. That's not a fight that Knuschelbär would have wanted. Maybe just slipped his attention for a second there. Knights on the main TC though are going to idle the economy, take some villages as well. But I think Kasva's not going to be too disappointed with that overall, because a lot of knights there just went down for free. Raiding like that is pretty harsh, pretty hard to do with the two town centers so close to each other. So it's a nice decision there by Kasva to get both town centers close to each other. But Knuschelbär won't mind too much because he's got still lots of veteran knights there on the field. Knuschelbär got plenty of food as well. Let's take a look at the village count. 116 for Knuschelbär, 82 for Kasva. Again, very good trade here for Kasva, taking 2 knights almost for free. And on the west side now, Knuschelbär is starting to expand. He's starting to push back with some trebuchets, push those outposts back. He's expanding very nicely with outposts to get the food from the deer and gold from the gold mine there. But Kasva's not done. He's going to be pushing this left side with the spearmen. Suspect archers might be a good switch for Knuschelbär. Let's just see if he's got some archery. Just the one there so far. But we do see other archeries going down. Being surrounded by the keep, which is a fantastic approach for the French. Don't forget, archery ranges and stables unit costs are reduced by 20% if they're placed around the influence of the keep. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. Kasva looking to siege down these outposts though, get a better foothold, but there's a massive raid here for Knuschelbär, looking to deny that wood line, and there are 2 outposts, a couple of crossbowmen, but there's not going to be enough. Plenty of knights here on the fold, but spearmen are going to be rushing out, but they're coming one by one. He needs to mass up to take an effective fight. This is definitely a good fight here for Knuschelbär, getting a lot of value here. The same could potentially be said for Kasva, looking to assault his opponent with a lot of spearmen and traction trebuchets on the field. You can see the bonus of the Mongols there, being able to build siege on the field with his spearmen. And now good defense here for Kasva. Needs to really defend his position, doesn't want those Royal Knights to get too much damage. There's still 2 outposts there with arrow slits, I believe. And actually, they don't have arrow slits, relying on the villages being garrisoned, but Kasva's ungarrisoned which is rather awkward because the spearmen aren't going to be enough there, and Kasva's going to lose villagers here, left, right, and centre. He just ungarrisoned there a little bit too early. Villagers coming out to the wood line again. This is going to be a massacre, guys. This is not what Kasva wants. On the front, though, he's got his mind preoccupied with the tractor trebuchets, but this is rough. Villagers going down left, right, and centre. It's going to be too late for Kasva to realise he garrisons in, but there's only 3 villagers there now, and the knights did so much damage, guys. Kasva only on 78 villagers. 125 for Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär is probably going to stop producing villagers relatively soon because he'll want that population space for army. Traction Trebuchet is going to move forward, looking to put some pressure on that keep, protected by a lot of spearmen. Spearmen are going to raid the villagers on the stone. A lot of villagers are going to go down there, unfortunately, for Knuschelbär. So whilst Kasva lost a lot of villagers on wood, Knuschelbär just lost a lot of villagers on stone. Keep going right on the right side for Knuschelbär. Fantastic position, going to be protecting the gold and contesting that sacred site. Outpost trying to be put up by Kasva, not going to be in time. You keep there, very nice position there. Wait for Knuschelbär to get out of his base. On the right side, outposts are there, but that's not going to be enough with this French keep in the way. Kasva looking to pile on the pressure though. 4 trebuchets with the crossbowmen and spearmen. A very, very nice army composition here for Kasva. Doesn't have the mobility though, it has to be said, and so a raiding party for Knuschelbär will do great work. Another keep on the left here. Keeps are going up left, right, and centre for Knuschelbär, protecting the gold income. And that would be fantastic for Knuschelbär to build on. 3 sacred sites are in possession for Kasva at the moment, so we'll be getting a decent gold trickle, but I suspect that south sacred site will be decapped very soon, with the villagers looking to siege down that outpost. Springalds on the field as well, looking to counter the Springalds that the French might produce. There's no Springalds on the field though for the French, and this is pretty important. Losing this keep is massive because now these archery ranges and the stables will not get the benefit of the 20% discount on unit cost, and so he'll definitely want to do that to hurt the economy even further for Knuschelbär, because everything is just going to be costing that much more now. 4 traction trebuchets, maybe looking to do some damage on the production buildings. That could be a good way to influence the game heavily. This wood line pretty exposed now because there's only 2 outposts with no upgrades to the outposts. There's not going to be enough room for these villagers to garrison if they do get raided. Sacred site on the south does get decapped there for less gold. Going to be coming in for Kasva. Does snipe a veteran knight there. Knuschelbär got so much food in the bank. May want to recalibrate his economy, get up to the Imperial Age. That will certainly help his cause. He does have the Royal Institute, so he's getting the upgrades, as you can see, crossbow stirrups. And this is going to certainly help his army. What has to be said though, the longer this game goes on, the more that Knuschelbär will feel missing out on the Guild Hall. Because Knuschelbär has enough to go to the Imperial Age, and the Royal Institute was good for the Castle Age, but we could be in for a long game here, guys, because I say that actually possibly not, because Kasva has a heck of a lot of military here. Kasva is population capped at the moment, 200 population. Of course, his army is a little bit, in terms of cost effectiveness, it's a lot cheaper, let's put it that way. Knuschelbär losing a lot of production buildings here, but Knuschelbär does have a lot of map control. He's got places to retreat to, has the boar that he can take if he needs to. With the keep on the right side and the keep on the left side, it's the centre part of his base that he's struggling with though. Kasva has got a lot of traction trebuchets. He's putting down outposts as well to solidify his position. This is a problem for Knuschelbär. He doesn't have the military on the field he needs. 110 military for Kasva, only 33 for Knuschelbär. This game seems to be slipping from Knuschelbär's grasp, that is for sure. He's going to be building up at the back of his base with some Springalds, a couple of knights and arbalètes, but it's not going to be enough. The production builders are going to go down. Knuschelbär actually struggling for wood as it seems. And that's an issue. Capital town centre does go down. Kasva with a strong push with the traction trebuchets. It looks like there's only 2 more landmarks to take down. Wait, is it just the one? Guys, it's just the one landmark. It's just the one landmark that stands in the way for Kasva and reaching the semi-finals to face up against Puppypaw. It is the Royal Institute. There are 4 tractor trebuchets. Will he focus fire? He's actually not. Actually, he's not. Red Palace is there. Sorry, I forgot. Knuschelbär has actually been in Imperial Age. I'm not entirely sure when that went up, but it has gone up. And that's a big stonking Red Palace there. 5,000 HP on that bad boy. But 4 tractor trebuchets will do some good work on that. And the game slowly heating up. Kasva really pushing on forward. Now this could be a problem for Knuschelbär. He needs to hold on. He's repairing the Red Palace with villagers. and he needs to do that, spending whatever wood he has. But look at the resource count for Kasva. He's got such an incredible economy, but he's not in the castle, in the Imperial Age rather. That is the important thing to note. The army, slowly but surely for Knuschelbär, will be stronger. The problem is he doesn't have any army, and the Royal Institute is going to be going down as well. It's being sieged down by the spearmen. There's not a lot that Knuschelbär can do about this, but he's repairing for his dear life. There's a lot of villagers being idled here. 122 villagers for Knuschelbär, but half of them are repairing, and 98 for Kasva. So Kasva's really building up the villagers, restoring the difference, and the Red Palace is still back up to full health. The Royal Institute goes down, only one more landmark, but there's just not enough army here for Kasva to really push this. He decides to go home. He's not looking to fight this off. He doesn't have the ability to. He needs to be patient. There is only one more landmark, but he can't take this fight right now. He has to back off. He's got good map control with the outposts, but no upgrades in terms of arrow slits for some of them. Actually, some of them have them. But he's going to take out the production buildings. He's done a lot of damage, but it feels like Kasva needs to get up to the Imperial Age. A lot of pastures going down. That food income is going to be insane. Oh, jeez. And within all that madness, Knuschelbär is actually going to decamp that north sacred site. He's actually spread up to the stone on the north side as well, so Kasva's not going to be too happy about that if he sees this back. And they keep down the south looking to secure that sacred site. So this is a good position for Knuschelbär, considering he's managed to hold this off. He is in the Imperial Age. He does need to hold it off though, because there's still more army flooding in for Kasva. He's got control of the south sacred site. He could have the opportunity to get north sacred site as well. But he is pinned down in his base, and the map control is certainly in the hands of Kasva, coming in with another assault with springballs, trebuchets, spearmen and lancers. But don't forget, he is only in the castle age, so all this army for Knuschelbär will be effectively stronger, especially because he had the Royal Institute and got the upgrades that he needed. Okay, Kasva looking to put some pressure on the south side. This keeper's gone up. And one thing to consider as well, that Kasva does have a lot of the relics. I think about 4 of them now. Yeah, he has 4 relics to just the one for Knuschelbär. Again, the assault is coming forward. A lot of outposts going up. This is going to be a strong position to push from. It just feels like if you're the Mongols in the situation, you just need to keep spamming those outposts. Kasva has the wood to do so, and the gold and the stones. So I'm pretty surprised he's not building more. It feels like he should be building a lot more outposts, but he's got his mind and hands full at the moment. His arbalètrières are now elite arbalètrières. Kasva slowly building up the food account. He might be able to get up to the next stage relatively soon, but he just needs to take out the Red Palace. Thing to be noted though is the town centre, the capital town centre, is still down, is it? Yeah, that is still down there for the French. So is the Royal Institute. It is just the Red Palace that holds. He's repairing it. But 4 traction trebuchets. We see an attack here. The elite arbalètrière against the castle age crossbowmen. That's not a fight that Kasva can take. Having said that, there's a bit of flanking from the north. There are a couple of spearmen looking to do some damage against the arbalètrière, and they're doing decent work. Springald's getting involved in the action as well. The villagers there repairing the Springalds. This is actually a decent fight. Just the numbers worked really well for Kasva. Kasva has the resources to go up to the Imperial Age. Does he do it now? But he's going to be getting more outposts first. Springald, there is a Springald there on the field for Knuschelbär, looking to snipe out one trebuchet. He gets one. Mangonels being built on the field for the Mongols. And we do see the White Stupa being put down by Mongols, played by Kasva, which is a unique landmark, of course, to the Mongols. It's a unique one. It acts as an ovary and produces 240 stone per minute without stone outcroppings. Buildings within the influence of the ovary can spend stone on improved production times. Unit production produces 2 units instead of 1. Researchers have improved effect, and pastures produce sheep faster. So he's going to try and put everything around the White Stupa if he can. And slowly moving forward with the outposts, with the Springalds and placements as well, looking to destroy the Red Palace. I think if you're Knuschelbär at this moment, you may need to start repairing your other landmarks, because that Red Palace is under siege quite heavily here. Siege workshops going on the front line as well for Kasva, looking to improve these siege engines by getting roller shutter triggers. There is a mangonel there, but it doesn't seem like it's built fully. He deletes it rather than running the risk of it being sieged down. Ooh, villagers there are exposed. Knuschelbär looking to take those down, but the spearmen are chasing this up. A girl going down by the villagers, looking to get the wood income that Kasva will need for the siege engines as he progresses to the Imperial Age. within the Imperial Age now. Looks like Kasva is going to be getting his upgrades, getting the siege works as well. Increases the health of siege engines by 20%. It's going to be super important to be able to take out the Red Palace. Royal Institute now being repaired for Knuschelbär. Cannon in there for the French. And now Kasva looking to pressure again with his crossbowmen, which are not elite crossbowmen by the way, up against the elite arbaletier, looking to do some damage with those units, and just the numbers for Kasva winning in these fights. There are 4 trebuchets there in the background looking to take down the Red Palace. There is a cannon there and a springer there looking to do some damage on the trebuchets, but we just see there fighting underneath the Red Palace is not necessarily a great idea. Kasva loses a lot of crossbowmen. I think he just bit off too much than he could chew. He dove in there, not necessarily at the right moment. He's been patient up to now for so long, but he threw away a lot there. 139 population for Kasva, 159 for Knuschelbär. So Kasva loses a lot of army. It just feels like he threw a lot of army there. Knuschelbär getting so much production buildings here on the north corner of the map. He did that very sneakily. We didn't even notice that, and I don't think Kasva sees that. Let's take a look. Kasva could be in for a very rude awakening. He sees absolutely none of that, and that's a major issue for Kasva, because now Knuschelbär has a foothold in the north of the map on dry Arabia. This match is absolutely phenomenal at this point. At one point I felt like Kasva has such a strong push, but he lost everything almost underneath that Red Palace, and now Kasva having to move back. He realizes his position is a weak one. The outposts are very vulnerable. The cannons are going to take these out, and Kasva has to go back with his tail between his legs, looking to go back to the central sacred site to get the stable. And Kasva knows about this north sacred site now. Your Kasva, this is probably feeling quite rough. From being in such a strong position, now having to back off. Kasva notices the keep on the south side, looking to put some pressure on that now, with 4 trebuchets there, but there are villages that could potentially siege it down, because these trebuchets are relatively unprotected. They are, the crossbowmen are starting to get closer now. These are still Castle Age crossbowmen, Castle Age units, not upgraded. The villagers on the go here are going to be going down. Villagers being lost left, right and centre for Kasva. Relatively equal villager numbers, but Kasva a little bit behind. Trebuchets are there now, looking to take out this keep. Gold has pretty much been taken though. There are a couple of crossbows, but knights on the field for Knuschelbär. And one thing that has to be said about elite knights that are fully upgraded, these guys are an absolute nightmare to stop, especially with the mobility that they have. Step redoubt being put here on the north corner of the map. Knuschelbär might actually see that with the villagers there that are forward. Outpost looking to go out for Kasva. There's no arrow slits just yet for this outpost for Knuschelbär, but the villager will be stabbed to death, and Kasva retreating with that villager. The trebuchets here still doing good work, but they are being they're not being pressured at all actually. Knuschelbär quite happy to get this position up, I suspect, because he's taken most of the gold there. Only 311 gold. He's actually retreated to the south now. The gold that's here. Securing the position with outposts. Both players are going to be running out of gold relatively soon, which could become a problem. This could become a wood game as well, but there's a lot of army here for Knuschelbär. He's held up. He's held back, guys. That hold back was fantastic. And now he is looking to be aggressive here with loads of knights there on the field. The Royal Institute is back up and running. Town centre is being repaired as well. And now it's Knuschelbär's chance to attack. Look at the economy, look at the resources. Kasva is struggling for wood and gold severely, and now he has to deal with this. He has to deal with the elite royal knights from the French, as well as arbaletier to back it up. And arbaletier are going to do relatively well to trade off against the spearmen, obviously being a ranged unit. There's not much that... I mean, this is a problem for Kasva. I think Kasva will need to switch into horsemen to take care of the arbaletier. He's in a lot of trouble here. Kasva might be losing this. He's slowly letting the game slip out of his hands. His third sacred site, the middle sacred site, is being decapped by a monk for Knuschelbär. So as soon as this is decapped, Knuschelbär is looking to get the third sacred site and for a sacred site's victory. Having said that, Kasva has actually decapped the south sacred site. Guys, there's so much going on. It's unbelievable. Lots of trebuchets there being taken out. He had 4, now it's only 2. The other 2 are going to be taken out. Villager count here is going to be there's absolute slaughter here on that wood line. Kasva is really struggling. He's on 85 villagers. 88 villagers for Kasva, 85 for Knuschelbär. I'm not sure how Knuschelbär lacks the villagers with the French town centres. I think he must have lost a lot somewhere or the other, or maybe deleted them to make population space, because, well, he won't need to. He's only 153 pop. I don't know what happened, guys. I have to hold my hands up and say, I do not know what happened to the villagers. He must have lost a lot during all that raiding or not be able to produce them. I think he's just idling his economy. I think Knuschelbär is quite content of not producing villagers and going for the army itself. But he does have the resources, so it's not like he's saving the food by not building the villagers. I'm not entirely sure. But Kasva has been able to build up a lot of army. Now the White Stupa coming into clutch here. As you can see, double production of the army that he produces that are under the influence. Looking to protect that wood economy. And Kasva could be pushing this back, but there are two sacred sites under the control for the French. That gold income is going to be important. Now I bet that, imagine having the gold income from the Guild Hall if you had it. He doesn't have the Guild Hall, he's stuck with the Royal Institute, got all the upgrades there from the Royal Institute. He's maxed out that landmark now, can't do him any more favours. Hand Cannoneers coming in for Kasva with Spearmen in front. Kasva looking to push this through with gunpowder units. Elite Royal Knights now looking to raid the economy, and this is a lot of sheer carcasses there. I'm not entirely sure how many, but there's a heck of a lot there for Kasva. The villagers popping out at the wrong time. Elite Knights are going to be shredding these villagers. Kasva has to go back into the town centres with those villagers. A lot of idle time with those villagers. The third sacred site now being taken by the French player, played by Knuschelbär. This is looking pretty rough for Kasva. After being in such an aggressive position, he's going to be losing a lot of ground here, but the Knights will be taken out by the Spearmen. These are elite Spearmen now, so going to be doing a decent amount of damage, but a lot of raiding happening here, and a villager count dropping down to 82 for Kasva. 83 for Knuschelbär, so not much in it, guys. Not much in it at all. I think at this point we need to take a look at the market situation. This is actually a very nice market position for Knuschelbär to trade with. I'm not sure that Kasva has... Yeah, Kasva has a nice market there in the north corner of the map as well to trade to if he needs to. Which gold might be coming from. Look at the number of sheep there. So pretty insane. 40 villagers there taking sheep. Yeah, the military count has been dropping for Knuschelbär, but the military is a lot more expensive for him. That is for sure, seeing as he's producing elite knights. Bit of a fight here. Lots of army here for Kasva. Building up a death ball of hand cannons and spearmen. If Kasva can get some siege on the field, which would be difficult with the lack of gold that he's having, he's going to be pushing forward now. Looks like Kasva's doing a better job at spending his resources, it has to be said. Knuschelbär has a lot of population space, but he's just not producing army at the rate that he needs to. And I feel like Kasva could have a way back into the game purely because he's spending his resources better. And we're getting to the super late game now with the relics coming into play here. That could be important for the gold count. 46 minutes in the in-game timer. The third sacred site still not under the control of the French. That Scotland must have moved out the radius of the sacred site for some reason. And now we see Kasva solidifying his position, kind of stabilizing a little bit. But there are some elite knights flooding in from the north with a cannon in the works as well. So there is a gold vein here being protected by outposts. It looks like that's the focus of effect for Knuschelbär, heading north with the cannon and raiding with the elite knights. Now this is a key point of focus for attack, because if this part of the area gets idled for Kasva, that means no food income. So Knuschelbär looking to do a lot of damage here. This is all the food income that Kasva has. Kasva moving to the south area of the map, looking to deny the gold. He will do that. He will siege down the outpost relatively quickly with the amount of numbers he's got here. A lot of spearmen. Gold has been cut off for Knuschelbär, but he still has 913 gold income, but 999 for Kasva. The north gold has been denied as well for Kasva, so this is an issue. Both players struggling with the gold, both players focusing on the gold for each other. As you can see, the knights looking to do some damage here. The town centre just firing ever so slightly. There are hand cannons in the way, looking to solidify and secure that position. Woodline has been moved down to the south here for Kasva, protected by outposts and a handful of hand cannoneers. Okay, looks like it's Knuschelbär pushing forward on the north. Kasva's going to have to do something about this, because he's not going to have access to gold if he doesn't secure that gold vein. He does have the prayer tent and the relics there, but that might not be enough to sustain the production that he needs. This game is absolutely insane, guys. There are knights flooding in now, one by one though, not necessarily taking effective fights here, but Knuschelbär just wants to keep up the pressure, it seems. Knuschelbär has a lot of map control, got two sacred sites in the north, a lot of production buildings. This is a problem for Kasva. There's a lot of production that can come out of this, with the keep protecting it. Kasva constantly producing. He is up to 189 population, 111 military on the field. Knuschelbär not spending his resources. I'm not sure why. He's got plenty of food and gold. He's not able to keep up the military production. This is a problem for Knuschelbär, actually, spending the resources, because now if Kasva can push this back, it could be Kasva's turn to push again. And he should be able to push this back of this arbaletier. This arbaletier army is under pressure here. Hand cannoneers and spearmen chasing after them. And this is an issue for Knuschelbär. Looks like he's not producing the army he needs to keep control of the map control. And looks like Kasva's going to push this back. Arbaletier will be going down. Gold is an issue. It just seems like gold is an issue for the night production for Knuschelbär. Getting the third sacred site now on the south, but looks like Kasva's onto that hot pursuit, looking to get the villagers there for an outpost to deny that area. Okay, looks like Kasva's now making a move on the west side, looking to take down the arbaletier, which are being microed by Knuschelbär. Stone being taken here. Kasva will want to deny that. Don't want any more keeps going up for Knuschelbär. He can afford another, so he can get another keep out for defense. But that sacred site in the south being contested. But an outpost there, it looks like that sacred site will be taken eventually. Unless the outpost, maybe not actually, the outpost being garrisoned. The outpost is not garrisoned, holy smokes, no Kasva. Garrison. In any case, a lot going on the north corner of the map. The villages on the stone do go down. Kasva is able to expand back up to the north of gold if he wants to, although he won't be able to because of the outpost there. But that's an issue. And Knuschelbär taking that gold. Kasva needs to deal with the outpost there, which is being annoying there. This gives a lot of breathing time for Knuschelbär to re-mass up with army. Going for elite arbaletier still with longbows, sorry, with archers. Elite archers are on the field for Knuschelbär. Kasva needs to pay attention to that because his spearmen will be at risk, but he has elite horsemen switching in. Kasva could be in a massive tech advantage in terms of army composition because these horsemen are going to be exactly what he needs against the elite archers. Okay, Kasva looking to gain control over the gold vein again. This step redoubt was taken out by Knuschelbär. It looks like Knuschelbär switches focus of attention to the south. There's not a lot there for Kasva to lose. Knuschelbär doing well to try and maintain control of the sacred sites again on the north side. Those villagers might run into problems there with the horsemen. They're just running past, a couple of horsemen spot them, they go in for the attack and the outpost won't go up. Kasva looking to put pressure down the center of the map now, and he's looking fearsome again. The army composition is good here for Kasva. He's got the army numbers of 110 on the field. The main thing is that Kasva continued to produce 200 population capped, only 147 for Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär slowly losing a grip on this match, which it feels like he shouldn't considering the resource count he has in his bank. Just not spending it as effectively as Kasva. Kasva looking to snipe the springles. This is actually huge. A lot of wood and gold investment. There's not a lot of gold on the map as it is, and he's going to be losing the springles there very cheaply to the horsemen. Happy to be trading that's for sure. Kasva will be. Looks like Kasva lost access to the prayer tent that was forward. He's built another and garrisoned them. Actually, no, he would have just packed that up and moved it, being the Mongols. Kasva looking to put pressure now in the middle. There are a lot of outposts there for French, and so that will take some time. That will give some breathing space for Knuschelbär. North Sacred Site looking to be taken by Knuschelbär. South Sacred Site has been decapped by Kasva. And this is where the action is in the middle here. Kasva looking to build up his army. 47 army for Knuschelbär, 92 for Kasva. It just feels like Kasva has a window of opportunity here whilst the production isn't there for Knuschelbär. It feels like Knuschelbär hasn't really ever recovered, having losing these production buildings lost from the initial push. But that seems to be the stumbling block for Knuschelbär. It feels like Knuschelbär is in a strong position resource-wise, but he's just not been able to produce. And now the south is being pressured by Kasva, looking to get access to this gold vein. Oh, there's a lot of trading on. So Kasva, if he sees this could be key. There's actually a lot of trading for Knuschelbär. This is where his economy mainly lies. This is why Knuschelbär hasn't got the military, because he's spending his units. He's spending his unit space and resources on traders. We don't see any trade here for Kasva just yet. And this is a window of opportunity because that trade does take time to kick in. And Kasva, does he spot this? Does he spot this? I think he doesn't. He doesn't spot the traders yet. That could be a key issue in this game. If he spots that, that could be huge. But the focus of attention is going to switch back into the middle now, with Knuschelbär putting up a big assault with a lot of knights and arbaletiers. But Kasva has more than enough to deal with this in terms of numbers. Hand cannons, elite horsemen, elite spearmen, looking to rush this down. The numbers are huge here for Kasva, looking to press this. Knuschelbär not looking to take the fight just yet, but he does turn around with the knights, taking the fight now. But the spearmen are going to wreck the knights. Just the numbers are huge here for Kasva. The hand cannoneer is getting a lot of DPS in the background. We see the arrow signal maneuver, or it might be an attack move there for the Khan. As you can see, the spearmen doing great work against the knights, and Kasva going to be pushing this back. Another horde of knights do come in, but it might be too little too late for Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär down to 136 population, 45 military, just not enough on the field. Kasva maintaining his production. You can see the villagers count staying at 108, and the military constantly producing 89, 90 on the field. Population cap. The Khan has been killed, but Kasva won't mind too much with the number of military he has. He has a lot of military on the field. Needs to keep pushing though. If he spots the trading, that will be key for Kasva's win condition here. He needs to take out that trade, and if he does, then Knuschelbär will struggle here, that is for sure. Kasva looking to get that South Sacred Site. And having 4 relics is really important in this stage of the game. Almost an hour on the clock. 4 relics is going to be bringing in the goal that Kasva needs. But it can't be underestimated the importance of these 2 sacred sites. More importantly, the trading that Knuschelbär has. Kasva looking to push now on the south side. This is relatively exposed. The wall is not there. The wood line is open. This is going to be a big fight for Kasva. He has elite archers, hand cannoneers, spearmen, horsemen, everything you could want in this fight. He's going to take the fight. Knuschelbär can't hold this. This is a big push for Kasva. Kasva might add in siege behind this, and if he does, that could be the death knell, because the army coming in for Knuschelbär is up from the north. That's a long way to travel. He's not able to reinforce as effectively as he could. And the army is looking terrible for Knuschelbär. Population is still 200 for Kasva. This is the big difference. The production is insane for Kasva. Only 37 for military for Knuschelbär. This could be the beginning of the end. There's traders there. Kasva sees the trade. There is a keep there to help defend for Knuschelbär, but this is looking a problem now for Knuschelbär. Again though, Kasva has lost a position from having a strong position before. This one seems to be the final push, I think. Traders have been disrupted. No more trade there for Knuschelbär. That's going to be a big problem. No gold income, hardly, for Knuschelbär. He does have some gold in the bank. A new Khan arises to join the army, and now Kasva looking to slowly push forward. He's actually focusing on this stuff here. It's not really helpful. This is really where the fight needs to be, and looks like actually, oh, that's a lot of long distance mining, that is for sure. Has the step redoubt not been built? Oh dear, it seems like the step redoubt hasn't been built, guys. So there's a lot of long distance. This is actually painful because this is a lot of gold. I mean, that could be 1,000 gold using the step redoubt, or 750 roughly. In any case, Kasva's got his attention in the middle, looks to push forward now with the military advantage he has. 81 military, 72 for Knuschelbär. So Knuschelbär has rebuilt his economy, but the population space is relatively lacking. I mean, Knuschelbär has just spent all his resources, it seems. He's gone into horsemen, has got some production builders in the back, must be somewhere. And this is a big fight here. Kasva, let him breathe, maybe for a bit too long. This could be the pushback that Knuschelbär needs. A lot of horsemen on the field, but the spearmen there turn around and fight. There are arbaletiers in the background, but Kasva looking to push back, pull back to his base actually. He's not looking to push the issue. He's being raided quite heavily here. A lot of horsemen there on the north corner of the base, and this production is huge for Knuschelbär, has to be said. I'm still not sure if Kasva sees it. He doesn't see it. That is the issue. This is a big part of the map that he doesn't see. Kasva's probably wondering where is Knuschelbär getting the production from, and he just doesn't see it. Horseman here looking to raid the gold mines again. Knuschelbär is pushing out again. For the second time in the game, he has successfully defended an incredibly strong push from Kasva. Knuschelbär will not give up in this third game of this best of 3. Knuschelbär desperately wants this. He wants to get to the semi-final, and who could blame him? Now the step redoubt does finally get built though for Kasva. It's got 4 outposts there, quite a few villagers garrisoned and idled. The horsemen will go down eventually if they're going to stick around there. Knuschelbär looking to siege down the outposts and again get control of this south gold. I wonder if the trade is back up online. It is. The trade is back up online. 169 gold for that. That's fantastic. And I think Kasva may need to switch to trading himself. He hasn't just yet. And Kasva is at 195 population, but 192 population for Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär has noticed what his problem is. He started to produce again heavily. That was the problem for the early part of the Imperial Age. But now Knuschelbär is pushing back heavily. Kasva needs to retreat. He doesn't have the army he needs on the field. The population space is relatively even for both players. Looking to contest the sacred sites. Look at the food count for Knuschelbär. It's absolutely insane. Both players at population capacity. This is huge. This game could go either way now, guys. I can't believe this game. This is fantastic. It's the 3rd game of the set. This is effectively winner takes all to get to the next round. Okay, it's going to be a big fight. Located on the south sacred site here, and it just looks like Kasva has the numbers advantage. There is a trebuchet on the field, but it feels like the archers are doing a lot of work here. Spearmen are going to be taking out the horsemen. This is a great engagement for Kasva. The spearmen are going to absolutely wreck the horsemen. Archers in behind. The arbaletiers are not going to do anything. The arbaletiers are pretty weak here at this point. There are no armored units for Kasva, and that is huge. The arbaletiers are not the right unit for Knuschelbär here at the moment. Kasva does retreat though. He's not happy to take the fight. He wants to take it back closer to his reinforcements. There are a lot of stables here, constantly producing. This is home field advantage effectively for Kasva. Kasva takes a fantastic fight. The arbaletiers are not the right unit for Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär is going to lose everything here if he's not careful. It still has 94 military on the field. I don't know where they are, but they're definitely not here. Kasva pulling back though. Doesn't feel confident in taking this fight. The trebuchets are working hard to take out the outpost. Looks like Kasva is going to take cost-effective trades here because he's pulling back and the full army is not attacking here for Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär's production is good now though. 75 military for Kasva. Technically, Kasva has less military, which is pretty awkward to deal with. But the issue is the type of military, and it just feels like the arbaletiers is not what Knuschelbär needs right now. Hand cannoneers and archers with horsemen is a fantastic combination for Kasva in this situation where there's hardly any armoured units. I feel like Kasva has played this incredibly well in the late game. He knows that gold is an issue, and so he knows there's not going to be too many gold units on the field, and therefore arbaletiers are not particularly helpful. There are some archers there in the mix though, and this is where the pushback comes in. Kasva pushing back. Knuschelbär not being able to maintain production here. Not enough wood. Wood is the issue. Look at Kasva's resources bank. Hardly any food, hardly any wood. He's pumping everything into production. Knuschelbär down to 160 population. Kasva up to 200. This could be the beginning of the end, but I've said that twice before in this game already. This is a strong push by Kasva. This could be a snowball. Kasva has the production close to the fight to be able to recover and add to the fight. As you can see, the horseman now looking to raid. Kasva looking to keep the static forces there. He knows he has the numbers advantage. He's going to take these hand cannoneers and archers to push slowly, but he's going to dive with the horsemen, and it looks like he's going to go straight in for the economy just to raid as much as he can. Knuschelbär's got plenty of food. It's gold that he's suffering with, and if Kasva can disrupt the trade once again, then that would be key to winning this match. Kasva again has a strong force here on the front line. Knuschelbär struggling now at 148 population. Kasva looking to raid this area, and if he can catch the traders en route, that'll be huge. He's looking towards going to the west corner of the map, bringing away some of the knights. These knights looking to take down the horsemen, plenty of them, and Kasva looking to see where the trade is. It's actually being caught. The trade route just about managed to escape the attack. Let's focus back into the middle because that's where the attack is happening. I don't see the military for Kasva. He's got the population capped, so they must be hiding some of their regrouping. Kasva is regrouping for another major assault here. Looks like it's going to focus on the south, it seems. That's where they seem to be heading. He knows that trade is an issue. And keep is there with production for Knuschelbär. That's where the production is coming from, primarily. The north production is kind of redundant. It just takes a long time for these units to come to the south. There is south production here for Kasva and Knuschelbär. Kasva starting to push this area. Kasva's going to need siege though to go against the keep. Sprinkle replacement coming in there. Kasva taking really cost-effective trades here, and he will be pushing hard from here. But there are quite a few elite Royal Knights that Kasva will need to deal with. We're approaching the 1 hour mark, guys. This game could go either way. It feels like Knuschelbär is still behind on population. Kasva's still at 200. He might be banking resources to help replenish his army once they're lost in a final push. It looks like the final push might be heading in now, but I've probably said that 4 times already. The horsemen are going to dive in, look to take out the arbaletier. That will be a very good cost-effective trade. The knights are coming in, but a little bit too late. Horsemen are there, spearmen are there. Actually, no spearmen, but the hand cannoneer is going to do quite well against the knights. Spearmen are approaching. You can see Kasva slowly flooding in the units, and Knuschelbär struggling here. He is really struggling. Again, the push is strong from Kasva. Looks like trade is the key though, and Kasva is trading himself. Gold is running out in the field, and so Kasva probably pulled those army back. He might get raided to death here though with the knights. He needs to do something about this, that is for sure. There are a couple of outposts these villagers can run to. They will need to run and hide. A lot of attacking here from Kasva, looking to take down the arbaletier with the horsemen. I think this is the wrong unit. This is the wrong unit that Knuschelbär is producing. He's still teching into arbaletier. That is not going to help him in this scenario. He needs to go for something different. That is not the right call here. Kasva making the right decisions. Knuschelbär being hampered by the decision here with the arbaletier, but easier said than done. You know, these are some of the best players in the world of Age of Empires 4, and with so much going on here, it must be so hard to think clearly as to what to do next. And this is huge. Kasva realizes it. He realizes his win condition is to disrupt the trade, and that's exactly what he's going to do. This is the problem for Knuschelbär. Losing these traders is absolutely key. A lot of gold being absolutely taken down here, and Kasva will be happy to lose all the army if he has to, as long as he gets the traders down, and that's what he does. Focusing on the trade is huge here. Population down to 140. A lot of them would have been traders. 184 for Kasva. You can see the difference there. Just the population building up for Kasva and staying there, maintaining at 200, always gives them a huge potential to push forward. But Knuschelbär is pushing back again for like the 10th time in this game. The army building up for Kasva. He's regrouping. He is regrouping in the center, and he's got his army in the right position as well. Knuschelbär building up the economy and the military again. 165 population, not too far behind, all things considered, but again, it just comes down, it just feels like the arbaletier are not going to be doing well for Knuschelbär. But what do you go in this situation when Kasva has particularly everything? I mean, Kasva backing off again, looking to regroup. Doesn't want to take 2 bad fights against the horsemen, but he could turn around and take everything. If Kasva he turns around, he takes a great fight here. Knuschelbär's arbaletier are completely out of position. Knuschelbär loses a lot. Now Kasva pushes forward. The waves of attack that Kasva's having here are fantastic. He pulls back again. He doesn't want to take fights against the ranged units that Knuschelbär has. Arbaletier aren't that effective in terms of the actual type of unit, apart from the fact that they're ranged. Now Kasva can pull away from those at any time he wants. The trading is super strong here for Kasva. Now this is important. Kasva has trading. Knuschelbär's trading was disrupted heavily. I don't think Knuschelbär sees this. This is a huge issue. Knuschelbär doesn't realize that Kasva has trade, and that's a big difference in this game at the moment. You can see the gold income is going to be pretty heavy for Kasva. 1,000 gold, 1,200 with the trading. To be fair, Knuschelbär still has a lot of gold, all things considered, having access to 2 sacred sites. The traders, he's continuously producing traders. He has a lot of markets, to be fair, so that will be doing well for him. Okay, now it looks like the attention has moved towards the north corner of the map. For Knuschelbär, looking to raid as much as he can. And this is important. It looks like there's a lot of food economy here. You know, there's just a lot of dead villagers. I thought there was food economy. Knuschelbär reaches 200 population. This is huge. This could be a massive push by Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär has a strong push. He's got horsemen. He's got elite horsemen. He's got arbaletier. That is the army composition of choice that he has. I mean, the Arbaletier will do some damage against the Spearman, but I don't think the Arbaletier have incendiary arrows. Does he not have a university? I don't think Knuschelbär has a university. This is a huge oversight for him, especially with the number of Arbaletier on the field. No incendiary arrows, guys. That is huge. Horseman here looking to assault the north corner of the map. Now he will see the traders. Now this is the key. Knuschelbär actually hasn't seen the traders just yet. They're really quite hidden, but the moment he sees the traders, this could be a big problem for Kasva. If the traders get revealed, Knuschelbär will probably focus on this area, which is relatively unprotected. Kasva in a spot of bother here, that is for sure. Kasva will need to deal with this. He's got 2 bombards, a lot of spearmen, and elite horsemen. He needs to deal with this before the revealing of the traders. It still doesn't see it just yet. This is huge. This is a key part of this game, I suspect, guys. Hold on to your horses. I think Knuschelbär won't see it. I think he won't see it. And that's incredible. Knuschelbär will lose everything. He's going to lose his army, and he won't see it. The horsemen are not engaging. They can't really, the number of spearmen out there. The elite knights are flooding in gold units to their death to the spearmen. Oh, he sees the traders. He sees 1 or 2. And Knuschelbär will know that trading is happening. That's a problem. This is huge. Kasva just won a massive fight with home advantage. 45 military on the field, 89 for Kasva. Kasva wins again with the fights. It's just the fights for Knuschelbär are not cost effective at this point, and the traders remain alive. Now Kasva can push. Kasva can push, and will he push straight away? I suspect so. But there are a lot of elite royal knights. He needs to save up. He needs to build up. He can't push with only 32 military. 97 on the field for Kasva. It feels like raiding is not going to do any damage to Kasva unless it's the gold that is coming from the traders. And this is smart by Kasva, getting the outpost there to deny the traders as best as he can. That will go down. Knuschelbär sees it. The APM for these guys must be insane right now. The food economy is nice and consistent with Kasva. A lot of villages here, as you can see. Sacred sites being neutralized by Kasva, looking to push forward through in the north now. Horsemen there, bombards, spearmen, and you name it, he's got it. I think Kasva notices. He's going to notice very soon if he keeps pushing the north side, the production buildings, or Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär looking to push down the center, but Kasva has the production buildings there to deal with it. Mangonel going to be sniped by the elite royal knight relatively cheaply. That's going to be rough for Kasva. I wouldn't have wanted that to happen. And 2 bombards now on the field. Looks like siege is going to be the play. That will help Kasva's push. Guys, 1 hour 20 minutes, 1 hour 10 minutes on the clock. I don't know how long this game is going to last. It could last for a very long time, especially with trade on the field. It could become a wood game, I suspect. Sacred site being neutralized on the north. Outpost going there to solidify that position. Kasva is giving a window of opportunity for Knuschelbär to rebuild though, because the population is looking healthy again for Knuschelbär. Kasva's been population capped for a very long time. Ooh, looks like there's a switch coming in for Kasva. Kasva is going for elite lancers, and he has the gold. You can see it. This is the difference. The trade is there. Kasva's making a switch. This is fantastic play. If Knuschelbär doesn't continue to produce the Arbaletier, that could become a huge problem. And the thing is, the way the game has gone, the Arbaletier hasn't been really the correct unit for Knuschelbär for a long period of the game. So you wouldn't blame Knuschelbär for switching here. But if he does switch, that could be the end of the game with the elite lancers coming in for Kasva. If he continues with the Arbaletier, that could still offer Knuschelbär a way into the game. South Sacred Site being taken by Knuschelbär. A lot of Arbaletier are going to get pounced on by the spearmen and the horsemen. That is a good trade for Kasva, and that's huge because on the back of this we might be seeing lancers coming in. Villagers, where are they going? They're running to their death. Holy smokes, go back, go back. Okay, horsemen dying very cheaply there to the spearmen. Elite knights trying to look to do damage on this food economy, but there's just so many outposts there. There's not much damage. It just feels like Knuschelbär is taking very poor cost-effective fights, not being able to raid. And raiding here is not going to do too much damage with the number of villages that Kasva has. It looks like Kasva looking to take a big fight here. All the army in one spot, taking a really good effective fight. And now with elite lancers on the field, Knuschelbär is sent backwards. Oh, horsemen there looking to elite lancers rather. But there's I don't know what those were. They look like horsemen actually. looking to try and get some raiding in for Kasva. Doesn't do too much damage, just as Knuschelbär isn't able to do to him. Elite Lance is going to run in to the base, and Knuschelbär's army is out of position. He has Arbaletier, but they're not where he needs them. These elite knights, lancers, are looking to dive the traders, I think, but there are keeps there, so he's looking to just harass the knights and keep Knuschelbär's army back at home. That's what he wants to do as he continues the slow and methodical push. Looks like Kasva's switched his attention to the north. He sees the production building now, I suspect, or he will do very soon. Yeah, he sees the production buildings. He knows that this is where he wants to focus his fire now, and he's got a lot of army that will be difficult to push for Knuschelbär. There is still production building in the south, so north to south, Kasva goes. Again, though, this is another period of time when Knuschelbär can recover. Yeah, Knuschelbär up to 200 population. This game going insanely at the moment. A lot of traders back online for Knuschelbär. Okay. 2 bombards there, looking to take out the production buildings. Both armies are relatively strong here. I don't know, guys. This is an insane game. It could go either way. We've had it so back and forth. It's just, where does this game go? I don't know. It's absolutely nuts. I have to say though, Knuschelbär has got a lot more resources in the bank, a lot of food, a lot of wood. If he can continue producing the production buildings, this could come down to just who can flood units quicker. And Kasva going to lose his siege, loses 1 bombard. Elite knights for Knuschelbär looking to take down the other bombard. As you can see, incendiary arrows is in for Kasva, and it is not in for Knuschelbär. Knuschelbär still hasn't got incendiary arrows. Knuschelbär looking to push this back, but this is a big issue because the Arbaletier, whilst they do counter the Lancers, without incendiary arrows, the Lancers will still do a decent amount of damage, especially with the hand cannoneers and archers behind. Oof, this is the painful mistake for Knuschelbär. I don't think he's going to be too happy looking back on this, considering his standard of play, his skill level. You know, this is a big boo-boo because this is not something you expect from a top quality player like Knuschelbär. And it's just one of those things that can happen when they're thick or fast of an intense game like this. And you can't really blame him, all things considered. This looks to be a nice, healthy advantage that Kasva has. Population down now to 168 for Knuschelbär, 180 for Kasva. Kasva slowly pushing forward on the north. A lot of production buildings have been taken out, and that could be an issue if Knuschelbär doesn't replace them. He is looking to replace them around this keep there on the south. Kasva running in, switching again to elite horsemen, looking to take down the Arbaletier. A new Khan rises to join the fight. And again, this fight just seems to be a lot better for Kasva with the hand cannons and the archers there and behind. And looks like Kasva is going to push this once again. Knuschelbär not going to be able to hold this off. And this is a problem. Knuschelbär going to lose a foothold in the game in the north here. The bombards doing good work on the keep. He's looking to repair this though with the villagers. There are mangonels as well added to Kasva's army. Kasva, 200 population, 166. The big thing is only 25 military for Knuschelbär. That's going to be an issue. 85 for Kasva. Again, Kasva doing a better job of keeping up military numbers, and this is an issue. The push is strong here for Kasva. Knuschelbär needs to recover. He needs to regroup his army before heading into another battle because he's losing them one by one. Fantastically played by both players. I think whoever wins this deserves to get to the semi-finals to play up against Puppypaw, and it's going to be heartbreak for whoever loses. This is definitely a decider worthy of the position of the players. This keep is looking to go down now. There are two bombards on it, and they are really well protected as well. So this is a problem for Knuschelbär losing this northern position. He has got a trebuchet, looking to slowly take control of the outpost there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. We see the traders still in action, making use of the Yam network for parts of the journey. Okay, now the bombards are taking the production buildings out, and this could become an issue if wood becomes an issue, which will slowly become an issue as this game continues to prolong past the 1 hour 20 minute mark. Okay, 3 mangonels here. This could actually work quite well for Knuschelbär if he gets a good hit, but there are bombards in the field, and this is an issue. The bombards take out the mangonels. Those mangonels are going to be completely wasted. Armies run in, elite lancers against elite horsemen, and with the hand cannoneers and behind, the horsemen looking to snipe the siege. This is an issue because there are a lot of spearmen there. Elite spearmen are going to rip through those horsemen. This is not a fight that Knuschelbär can take, I'm afraid. He doesn't have the army composition he needs. He has switched to elite archers, but it might be a little bit too little too late, and he doesn't have incendiary arrows. Oh, this is so rough for Knuschelbär. You hate to see it. You don't want to be seeing a player lose on those grounds, especially with how fantastic he has played. This is a strong push now for Kasva. 29 military on the field for Knuschelbär. This could be the beginning of the end. 90 military for Kasva. I think Kasva smells blood. He's making a dash for the middle. He has siege on the field. 2 bombards, which he's kept alive. The production building from the north has been taken out. The production buildings from the south too far away to reinforce his army. I think this is it, guys. We have reached 1 hour 20 minutes. This could be it. This could be it for Knuschelbär. He's got plenty of resources, not able to produce though. That could be the beginning of the end, not being able to reinforce his army. Kasva pushing forward in the middle, going to be assaulting the Red Palace with the 2 bombards. There is still the Royal Institute, the capital town centre, and the Guild Hall, the School of Cavalry to deal with. But the mangonels, the elite horsemen, the hand cannoneers, kind of diving against the Red Palace. We've seen this once before. He doesn't really want to do that. Keep with your siege, my man. And the bombards, or just 1 bombard now, are looking to go forward with the mangonels. An intense game here. And yeah, okay, this is it. The elite horsemen looking to take out the traders again, and that's going to do a lot of damage without gold. There is the GG. Knuschelbär pulls out. He calls it GG. Kasva makes it to the semi-final. He's going to be matching up against Puppy Paw. What a fantastic way to end this set. It was an incredible match, an incredible set, probably one of the best I've seen in Age of Empires 4. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below if you've seen a better game, because I'm not sure I have. Kasva pulls through. Congratulations to him. Commiserations to Knuschelbär. He played out of his skin. He did so well. One player has to lose, though, and it had to be Knuschelbär, I'm afraid, at the end of this game. Kasva proceeds. What a game. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this casted game, and if you did, do give the video a thumbs up. I really hope to see you guys on more casted games. I will be showcasing the semi-finals between Kasva and Puppy Paw in an upcoming video if it's not already released. I'll actually put a little end card here so you can click on that if you love the casting and want to see the semi-finals. In any case, take care and see you next time.